Good morning, everyone. Dude, my that intro is still too loud, I think. I need to adjust that intro for sure. Good morning, Eric. How are you, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. If you guys haven't picked up on it yet, Eric has a new channel. He's doing weekly reviews, dropping Monday mornings, killing it. Like doing some amazing work over there. Just so insightful. Do you want to give everyone just a little rundown on what you've been up to and where people can find you on Instagram and YouTube real quick?
Sure, yeah. I just got super jealous of people like Nick over here ruling the comic review game, so I figured I would throw my inferior advice out there. So yeah, Monday mornings I'm dropping out my comic reviews for all the things that I've read here. You can search for me everywhere, basically Instagram 9 Panel Grid, YouTube 9 Panel Grid. So yeah, after you're done watching these great videos, go check those out.
Yeah, man. You're doing such a great job, dude. So congratulations on all that. You're absolutely killing it. So
Thank you. I
I'll
appreciate
let
that.
you know. Absolutely, absolutely. So we are looking at the comic book look ahead, man. We're going to be getting into that here in just a moment. So we're going to be checking out May. So if you want to, while we're kind of getting things going here, if you want to hop over to League of Comic Geeks, everybody, so you can follow along with us, talk about your poll list, put them in the chat, what you're excited for, what you're not excited for, advice on books, things like that. That's the whole point of this show right here. We should be having another guest joining us here very shortly, but we're going to get things kicked off here in just a moment. We have Verno already jumping in the chat. What's going on, brother? What is happening right there? And yeah, I got to get you a wrench, dude. You know what I noticed the other day? I noticed on Blame Fable's show, I don't even have a wrench on that show. And I've been a host of the damn thing for like 2 years. Can you imagine? So
He's always talking up. You do a great job. You do a great job, but
I
just
know,
a
I
little
guess
bit
not.
more. A little bit more for that
I'm
wrench.
missing something. I'm missing something for sure. Yep. All right, cool. Let's get into just some recap of what has come out this past week while we get some people filtering in real quick. I have like 10 different thumbnails. Everybody in the Bad Batch is just absolutely killing it. They're putting out stuff like all the freaking time. So like I might not necessarily have all the dates and times, but like there is just so much stuff coming out. Verno actually obviously had his Fallout walkthrough. I'm only on episode 1 still, so I haven't watched this video yet because I don't want to spoil it. I've just been loving it so far. So definitely check out Blood Splatter Chatter talking about some Fallout. Of course, we have just some more movie reviews and movie nights and stuff like that over at Blood Splatter Chatter. Definitely check out everything the dude's going on over there. Verno's absolutely killing it. Eric, we just talked about you on the poll list. So you got
Yeah,
your
love
Monday
that
morning
thumbnail. That
videos.
looks so good.
It looks so professional.
So good.
I'm loving that one. PCP movie night, of course. You don't want to miss those. Super popular. And he's absolutely killing it as well. Of course, Verno's got that horror trivia. That was pretty funny. I was humbled a little. I don't know anything, man. So I don't know anything about any horror. So you guys are killing it over there. Manny put out Slaying the Monsters of Grief, his Helen of Windhorn breakdown, psychological breakdown. Definitely enjoy that. Dude's got some amazing insights. A Serious Man over PCP movie night. And we also talked about Blame Fable's Amazing Friends. We had a show last Friday featuring Phil and S. Vaughn doing a great job over there. Herm's going to be doing a little video here, I think at noon Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be coming up in a couple of hours. Robbie's got another top down for X-Men #1. And of course, we're talking about best books or books coming out, honestly, for next month. I thought it would be cool to look at Free Comic Book Day real quick. So while I transition over there, Eric, do you have a shop that you go to all the time that you do your Free Comic Book Day shopping? What's your Free Comic Book Day usually look like?
To be honest, my free comic book day looks like me kicking my feet up. It's not a big deal. In fact, my
Oh,
shop
really?
that I have my pull list on,
Mm-hmm.
he decided he's not going to participate anymore. So he shuts the
Really?
store down on that day. Yeah.
Interesting.
Little bit different approach.
Does he shut it down because he just doesn't want to deal with the people coming in going, where are the books? You know what I
Yes,
mean?
that's
Okay.
exactly correct. Because he has
Gotcha.
people come in that want to get those free comics, but otherwise they don't come in the other 11 months out of the year. So
Yeah, we get that. It's honestly over at Cadets Toys and Comics in Spring Hill, Tennessee. Check them out. It's the busiest day of the year, hands down. It's unbelievable. It's just packed from the second we open until 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And after that, the books start kind of dwindling, and they have a really cool like those guys are great. Like they don't have like a 1 copy per person. You must buy stuff. Like historically, that's never been the case. So like they're really generous with the community. So good for those guys.
that's good. Is it safe to assume they run sales that day, kind of take advantage
Yeah,
of
they've
traffic?
I don't know what the exact sales are going to be this year, but historically they've been like can't miss, like best sales of the year type stuff. And
Mhm.
so I'm looking forward to seeing what they come out with now. any sale's great, right? At your LCS, it gives you a reason to go digging again and yeah, pull the trigger on some stuff you might have otherwise not have done. So let's get into these books right here, just real quick. So Free Comic Book Day, first Saturday in May. This particular site, freecomicbookday.com/catalog, they actually have a lot of the covers. That's why I chose them over some other sites. And a lot of your shops have these books in bundles in the back room right now. So just real quick, going over some of the key things that I'm looking at. And you stop me, Eric, and let me know. Like Blood Hunt, X-Men, like the Blood Hunt stuff, I'm not really excited about. But
Same.
yeah, is that your same perception there?
Yeah, it's really not doing much for me. But hey, I hope that it exceeds the expectations that I have.
Yeah. And Kanto for the kids, that might be fun. A lot of us are probably going to be grabbing this Energon Universe cover. We have Megatron on here with his big ass blaster back in his arm. We're going to be figuring out what that's all about. I saw this Hellboy with like this Mignola cover, and then I saw it was a Stranger Things banner at the bottom. And so I'm like, oh man, Hellboy and Stranger Things? I'm not sure, man.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah. Johnny Quest. It's always fun to see Johnny Quest still kicking it around. Pokemon for the kids. We have some TMNT Mutant Ninja. Who's the Night Watcher? Interesting. The Worlds of James Tynion IV. That'll be interesting. It looks like there's a combination of all of his little characters in that cover right there. Ultimate Universe Spider-Man. Interesting. I wonder if it's going to be tied into our Ultimate Spider-Man that's going on right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Allude to that, right? Unicorn Crush. There we go. And we have Witches of Brooklyn issue number 1. So those are the golds. So like my perception is like the gold ones are the ones that probably paid most advertising. And they got like a stamp, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
If you're a parent and you don't know much about Free Comic Book Day and you're on this video, Free Comic Book Day, you obviously get some free books, but there's a banner across the top of each book, Free Comic Book Day. You can see it across like the top here. It's blue. Some of them are green and some are going to be red. So the greens are for younger kids. Blue is going to be for YA, and then red's going to be for mature. So that's something that we constantly have to remind parents when the kids are at the shop and they're reaching for those red labels. The Cursed Library. So you have some more Archie horror. Asterix. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Olympics.
I think you got it.
I think so. Those little E's throw me off sometimes. We have Boombox 10th Anniversary. Conan the Barbarian. We have Cursed Verse Blight Dawn. Interesting. Doctor Who. Dying Inside. Looks like we have some Popeye. Far Cry the Call, or Far Cry Call the Herd. Interesting. Flash Gordon. There we go. Number 0. We have. Is there anything else in here that I'm super excited about? Let's see.
It's getting less and less for me, to be honest.
Gatchaman, Investigators, Meow Max. They have a lot of these like collaborative pieces between like Meow Max or Max Meow and whatever else, right?
Yeah.
Loud House. My daughter was into that stuff back in the day. Maleficent, Marvel and Fantagraphics. That's one. Anything Fantagraphics, I'm gonna check out. So I'm kind of excited for that one.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Marvel Voices. We have Monster High, The Night Librarian. Let's see, One Piece, Ace's Story and Status Royale. It's a One Piece thing. Got it.
Yeah.
Overstreet Guide, Romeo and Juliet, Snoopy. Interesting. We got some Spidey, some Star Wars, Plants vs. Zombies. Or not Plants vs. Zombies. What is it? Star Wars Plants vs. Zombies. That's a mashup nobody ever needed, right?
Right?
Good Lord. What do we got? Street Fighter versus Final Fight. I have a Final Fight cabinet right over here. A little arcade cabinet. That's cool.
As far as covers go, that one's pretty legit. I like that one.
That one is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like anything where teams are head to head. So
exactly.
That's pretty cool. We have the Valiants. Let's see. Tons of Strange. Interesting. I like that trade dress, like, with all the heads and stuff. It's very reminiscent. Let's see. We have Ultra Duck Sampler. Interesting. And we have Unico Awakening. Okay. So there you go. I'll try to put a link to this so you can see what's exactly coming out for your Free Comic Book Day. Again, first Saturday in May, coming up in a little less than 2 weeks. So if you're interested, you can grab some of those books. Definitely some bangers. Some of them, most of these I'm not really excited about, but there's probably like 4 or 5 that I'm going to be digging.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the same for you, but I think that Energon Universe one is like really going to be the pull. I mean, that's
Yeah.
going to be interesting, especially when Daniel Warren Johnson stopped drawing Transformers, and everyone's kind
Yeah.
of up in the air about, hey, is he still going to write? I think maybe
Yep.
that'll spell out some things.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Let's see. We got some more folks in the chat. We have Phil. Thanks for coming over on Friday, dude. Had a great time with you over there, man. Thanks for coming in. Is this your burner account, Phil? Not entirely sure. Second Phil, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Never enough Phils. Yeah, indeed. What's going on, Circum? How's it going? Mad Max, what's up right now? When did the live stream start? How much have I missed? You are on the front end of it. We just went through quickly since it's Free Comic Book Day in less than 2 weeks. We went ahead and just glanced at the Free Comic Book Day stuff right here just to see what's going on. We have Herm. What is going on? Thanks for coming in. You have a show coming up pretty soon, man, right? You can drop your link if you have one in there. Yep. Mad Max saying hi. All right. Okay, cool. So that's enough of Free Comic Book Day. Let's get into League of Comic Geeks. So League of Comic Geeks is like one of the best sources for checking out what books are coming out, the variant covers, the release dates, prices, things like that. So you can go to leagueofcomicgeeks.com and you can follow along under new comics and you can choose the May 1st little button right there. If you don't know how to use League of Comic Geeks, I do have a video in my playlist, How to Get into Comic Books Today. So you can check that out. It gives you a walkthrough of the whole site practically. So you can check that out. So Eric, I thought we would go through. Do we want to look at variants or not? That's the first question.
Ooh, I'll leave it up to you. I've never been a variant hunter, so I'm not going to bring a lot to the conversation, but I love a pretty cover. So
yeah, variants usually make a longer stream. So let's do this. Let's leave the variants off for now. And if we know a book usually has killer variants, historically speaking, then we'll dive in a little bit more. And then if you're in the chat, if you know a variant is really sick, let's go in there and take a look at it. But before we get into there, we have another one of our members joining us right now. We have Mr. Take616. What's going on, brother? Thanks for coming in, dude.
Man, I'm about to leave because you guys aren't doing variants.
All right. So how to do variants. You go to the top right, you hit this gear icon. Actually, I think I already have variants on there. So boom. Look at that.
See?
Taki, I'm glad you're
right there.
Yeah, Nick is like, we're not doing variants, and then every week he's going to be popping up with variants on his overhaul show, and we'll be like, oh man, I should have ordered that. And yeah,
I know that. Well, hey, that's how it goes too. There's some great. I don't know if it actually. Well, I guess it may have worked because we have a couple instances here where I'm like, I know there's more than one cover for that, but some of these are annuals. But Taki, thanks for coming in, dude.
Hey, no problem. I'm glad I was up.
Yeah, me too. You had your one of your hauls from a recent trip that you went on that released yesterday morning.
Who cares about that shit?
You had
this man right here. How is he just gonna show up and be like the 25-year veteran?
I don't know, dude.
Because I've been watching all of you guys for years and years, just taking notes. After I got like notepads full of things.
It's funny to me, but you didn't miss a beat, E man. You're right on point. You're one of the best reviewers on YouTube already. You didn't even have to do OnlyFans. See, Nick had to pay some dues. Yeah.
No, that's not how it works. They pay me.
And I forgot. I didn't want to publicly talk about that anymore because I don't want people to believe that that's true.
I know. No, right. I think
I tried to keep it on the slide. Like Nick crawled so that I could walk. So
you just never know, man.
I'll lay on the barbed wire for E anytime. All right, let's get into May. I'm gonna just kind of not gonna go over every single book, but I'll tell you guys per row what I'm interested in, and you guys just jump in and let me know what you're interested. So, top row up here. Not a whole lot, honestly, that I'm super interested in. I'm not a Nightwing reader. X-Men, I've kind of fallen off until we reboot. I'm hearing mixed things about Flash. Hulk has been episodic for me in a bad way, but I touch base every once in a while. Harley Annual, not really into it. Moon Knight, I'll probably check out, but what's jumping out at you guys?
Yeah, Immortal Thor is the only thing I take that back. I'm of the sunken cost fallacy portion of the X-Men readers, so I'm still picking it up. Even though I probably shouldn't be. But Immortal Thor, honestly, I've been loving that series. I think that's a good one.
Okay. Talk, you got any of these on your list?
No, unfortunately not. What month is this? Is this July?
This is May. We're in April now. This is next month. So this is
May. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yes, sir. First week. Yeah.
I'm pulling up
Also-
my League of Comic Geeks here so I can see what I'm actually pulling, but
Also
none of
nice.
those.
None of those. Got it. Yep. All right. So let's go down to the next one. I'm not a big Spawn reader. There's some free comic book day stuff in here as well. So we're just going to have to, we already covered some of that stuff. We have Blood Hunt #1 coming. So that's just like the next big event that's going to be coming up soon. The Blade issue coming up this week is going to be a big issue from the story that we've been reading's perspective. So like a lot's going to happen in this next Blade issue. And I don't know if there's any direct in onto Blood Hunt from that issue.
I'm sure there is.
But yeah, so we got that. And
I'm
then,
so sad that that's ending though, because that was one
Right?
of the comics that I'm pulling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I didn't believe it at first, but yeah, it's pretty much over. There's nothing for May, nothing for June. I'm not sure about July yet. So
Okay.
Yeah, they made it official that that series is done, at least for the moment.
The Blade series, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was good for what it was pretty good for what it was, right? At Marvel standards, it was better than average. How about that?
Oh yeah.
for Blade standards, it was better than average.
Yeah, which was great. I'm glad you got
Yeah, I
some
mean,
love.
it's about time he actually had a decent title, a writer, I mean, in his prime, so to speak. So
Yeah. And they stealth upgraded him too, right? Like he's got all kinds of he can do things now that he never was able to do in the past because of some like sacrifices he made and alliances he made, right? So
with Blade, there's two origins. There's the historical House of Dracula origin, and then or what is it's not House of Dracula. What was it?
Tomb of
The-
Dracula. Yeah.
Tomb of Dracula.
Yeah, House Tomb. Semantics, but
depends
It
on what
is
part
his
of the
house,
world
though.
you live in.
and then there's
Yeah.
the modern Wesley Snipes Ishk type
Yeah.
origin for Blade that kind of changes over. So
Yeah. We'll finish out this row real quick, but before we get into that, we have another guy coming in right now. Here's some little foreshadowing right here. We have Stu, Dr. Doom's fan club, and I put up that thing as soon as
I'm
I
definitely leaving now, man. That's it.
Finally
Um,
clocking in.
Yep, finally clocking in, and nobody tell him either.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to give away the secret.
Sorry to take away from the overall value of this panel, but here I am.
No,
This used to be a one-man show, and now we got all the
Now we all
riffraff.
wanna
even though the next time you steal a book from me from Kung Fu Barbarian, I'm just gonna start flossing my
Bro, that
my
guy is
Fantastic
the best
Four
deal.
annual #2 on you,
That's great.
because I don't got Fantastic Four #5, but I'll start. I'll
One day we can all dream, bro. We can all dream.
yeah.
I know I was tired of his Mobius flex in the background, so I had to fix that
Yeah,
this
I
past
saw
weekend.
that, man. You
And you-
actually
really.
did me on that too.
Uh,
I've been chasing that book for a while.
I found it at a con. I forgot. I'm really bad at the vendor's name, but it's a guy that I go to all the time. It's very recognizable at that con, and he had #1 and #2 for like $10, the pair for $10.
Sold.
And I'm like, and he had 2 sets of them, but one was kind of beat up, and the other one was the one I bought. So anyway,
Oh yeah, I'm still looking for
Um,
#2. I only have the first
yeah.
part.
So
Yeah.
way back in the day when I first started collecting, they had a Stanley signed one on eBay.
Ooh,
Ooh,
It was like $200 back then. I was like, I'll never pay that much for a man. If I saw
Man,
it today,
right?
I'd be like,
Right?
Affirm.
Yeah.
What is the other one? Klarna. I mean, I'm calling my
Affirm,
wife,
4
"Hey,
easy
can we,
payments, man.
Can we not
4
pay the
easy
electric
payments."
bill this month?
seriously.
All right, let's keep going over here. Deadpool Wolverine World War III #1. I'll check that one out. But anything else popping up in this row? There's some free comic book day stuff in here, but
I've been digging Superman recently. I've been
Yeah.
a totally lapsed DC reader, basically, but Action Comics and Superman with Joshua Williamson, I'll probably end up picking this up because I'm bought in on this House of Brainiac story.
yeah. And this is a special. This is
Yeah,
a
dude,
#1.
And that first run, the first part of that arc with Jamal Campbell's artwork, God, that was so good. I hope he comes
Yeah.
back to the series at some point. Like
I think he's going to. Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
99% sure.
He's still been doing
Alright.
covers, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have The Walking Dead Deluxe, Energon Universe. We talked about that free comic book day. We have Cable, X-Men, Weapon X-Men #3, Spider-Woman, Furthest Place from Here. God, I can't believe that book's still going on. And then we have some free comic book day stuff.
Spider-Woman number 7.
Yes.
Can you click on that? There's a Peach Momoko variant that people should be aware of. There you go.
Yep. That's great.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. Pro tip for League of Comic Geekers, I want to make sure everyone knows this. Don't ever, if you're in the future, don't ever click on it. Always open it as a new tab, because when you hit back, it'll take you back to the current week. So then you're going to have to go fast forward again. Other than that, besides the free comic book day stuff, nothing really jumps out at me.
Yeah, about the same.
Walking Dead, I'm waiting for like the issue 100. You know what I mean? Like I'll get the Negan issue, and I'll probably double down on that if there's variants and things like that. But other than that, I've been skipping all those.
A pro tip too is if you kind of like Star Wars, but you're not reading the books, always look at those Star Wars titles for the variants, because they will have characters that you love that have nothing to do with the story. And every now and then a action figure variant pops up. And if it's the right character, it might be hard to get after that new comic book day.
It's true. Yeah. They do have some good character spotlight variants and variants that are like collected variants, right? Like the Sprouse had that variant for a long time, and then they have the Master and Apprentice variant going on right now. So that's pretty cool. Fable in the house, what's going on, dude? Station. Thanks for coming by, man. Marcus, yeah, First Place from Here is one of my favorite books right now. I was reading the first arc and it didn't quite grab me, and it was real trippy and all over the place. And I ended up dropping it after they got to the carnival and started like fighting with carnies and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, I don't know where this book is going. But yeah, I'm glad you're liking it though. That's awesome.
Matthew Rosenberg's underrated.
Yeah, that's why I checked it out initially.
And I think he's not doing anything for the big two right now, so he's kind of flying under the radar. So I'm glad that book is still going on.
Yeah.
Marcus, I'm kind of curious, man. In the chat, did you get the issue number 1 with the vinyl? Because that was the whole reason that I dropped it. To be honest, it was so hard to get. I was like, issue 2 is not worth it.
I have a heartbreaking story about that one. So I did order that one, and it did come in, and I did get it. But another customer at our shop, I guess something got messed up in the order. He didn't get a copy, and he was really upset about it. And so I brought my copy back. And how noble am I? I brought my copy back, he would be cool about it. I think I got like the first 2 or 3 because I did that for a couple issues, right? And I don't even know where the second issue is. I probably got rid of it. I probably gave it back because I didn't have the first one. So.
Yeah, I liked it. But that was back when I was reading just about every comic book that came out during the week, and I just can't do that anymore. So,
yeah, that was like 2019, Nick, right? When my pull lists were like 20 deep every week, and I'm like, oh god, I can't keep doing this. This is going to be insane. John, what's going on, dude? Thanks for coming in. What's happening, party people? Let's see. I bought a couple of the second print vinyls on sale. Yeah, yep.
Oh, okay, right on.
Not number 1. Cool. This row right here looks great for me. I mean, Space Ghost number 1, talk about like memories of Space Ghost Coast to Coast and dipping into the old stuff. You know, Get Fury, Conan, Crave's fallen off for me a little bit. But yeah, what are you guys thinking about this
is
row?
That Savage Sword of Conan?
Savage Sword number 2.
Yeah, there it is. I'm happy to see that back for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Savage Sword.
Yep.
Yeah, number 2.
That's not on my pull list. Excuse the typing noises.
I need
spend more money.
I need Cadet's pull list, Manage Comics, like on the second screen over here, so I can like make sure things are going. FOC is over for these, I think, but just keep an eye out for these kinds of things. Talk, you interested in any of this?
No, unfortunately.
No, not a Conan fan, not Space.
I mean, I'm interested, but
sure.
Do I have the capacity and the bandwidth to pull that in? No, probably not. Not unless McFarlane's doing another Conan cover, then maybe I might consider it. Still,
I'm giving those Distillery books a try. Sir. I think the whatever Blood Brothers, it's by Brian Azzarello. I'm giving that a shot, so we'll see how it is.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, there's one Distillery book that if we get to Seriograph, we can wait till we get there, though. I think you know why I'm talking about it. But that comes out in April. Never mind. That's an April 24th book.
I don't know why we'd talk about it, but I'm now I'm interested.
Check the graph. I'm sorry, I just make up words.
That's the Tynan book, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is it a Tynan book? That's
thought-
interesting. I wonder what
Fox Bestie.
I wonder. James is a very smart guy. You know, he's from Milwaukee, my hometown. So
Yeah.
he's really
That's why.
smart. I wish he would stop using his AI and just write.
Oh. Come on now. Savage Sword Command is amazing. Indeed it is. Is it magazine sized? It is magazine sized.
Yeah. It's awesome. Newsprint. It looks beautiful. The first one had all sorts of great stories, great art.
Yeah. Next we have Kaya 18. I know a lot of you guys are into Kaya.
Oh, Kaya. Yeah. Everyone should be picking that up. It's the best book for all ages.
Yep. All right. Filibuster on these 2 rows while I let the cat out before he tears my carpet up.
All right.
All right.
I like that Mad magazine. That's very interesting. I saw Bobby stamping a bunch of those on Instagram.
Dude, anything Mad related is going to be good, though. I mean, let's be honest. We all grew up with that stuff. How many back covers did you fold up in the grocery store? Because I got like a zillion.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Especially for me, because that was one of those that was available in the grocery store. I didn't have, like you hear a lot of people say they used to buy comic books. I don't remember ever seeing really. I saw the digests, like the Archie digest when I was checking out, but I never saw comic books there.
You still see those now. I mean, I see them at like Kroger and Publix and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, you know what? I tried to read Kaya. I was very distracted when I got to it again, and it's on 18. It's just such like a daunting thing, but I hear you guys talk about it so much, so I got to get
that
back into
Mahfoud
it.
cover got canceled.
Oh, really?
I'm thinking they're just going to end up bumping it to a different issue.
Oh yeah, probably.
And then the Hellboy is interesting to me too, but like you said, that's on like issue, if there were actual issue numbers for every single issue, like issue 250 or something. So
yeah, and it's a Stranger Things tie-in.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, it says Hellboy Stranger Things #1. That's a free comic book day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. What else we got? Zorro might be interesting. I don't know. I only read issue #1 going forward. I like this Lone Wolf and Cub homage cover for Bear Pirate Viking Queen #1. So
that is the book I'm most excited for the entire month of May. I'll just be completely honest with a title like that. Plus, it's Sean Lewis. Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
What else has Sean Lewis done?
He's done Spawn books recently. I think he was on King
Scorched
Spawn
and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then there was a couple miniseries he did for Image back in the day, The Few and Thumbs, that are like just great. They're fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's touched a few. The Few. Yep. Saints. Yeah. Done a couple things. Oh, of course, Above Snakes that came out. That was a really great one. Yeah, I just like that cover. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, yeah, I'm on board. We're good to go. Let's go down a little bit because a lot of those are free comic book day. Minor Threats. We have Barbaric Born in Blood #1. I might be checking that one out because I just love that universe. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so good.
Maniac of New York. I don't know if any of you guys are still reading Maniacs, but
nah. Aftershock kind of fell by the wayside with all the news.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Aftershock was still making books.
Well, they're still making Maniac in New York. Don't call it a comeback.
Vault is still making Barbaric, so let's go.
Yeah,
I like both. I love both of those publishers. Whatever happened aside, but
yeah,
I mean, I really got burnt on a couple of Vault titles that just kind of like disappeared or all of a sudden reappeared. And
yeah,
they weren't regular. So,
this Barbaric I think is an origin story as well. So I think this is Owen like as a kid. So if you're into like Owen, that Barbaric.
Barbaric has always been on time. There's never been a problem with Barbaric, in all honesty.
Yeah.
And every single arc so far, this is probably like the 5th arc. It's been really good. So
yeah, they've all been solid. Yeah. Even like the two issue minis, like in between things.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. That's been a very consistent book. So that's a good one to check out. This one kind of fell under the radar. To me anyways, The White Trees, Chip Zdarsky, #1. That one kind of fell under the radar for me. So that one's on my poll.
Did you guys read the first couple issues that came out a couple years back?
See? No, I don't know anything about it.
It is It is very different than any Zdarsky book that you have read. Well, okay, maybe not so different from Sex Criminals. It is a very erotic story. I'm just gonna say it.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
who wouldn't be interested in these guys? Yeah.
You see them. I'll just say it.
Is that an animal in the middle or something?
Yeah, it looks like a giant like lion.
I mean, I'd be
human
interested to read
hybrid.
Zdarsky, but
Yeah.
I mean, that guy, he writes all these books and they're all good. There's nobody else who could do that.
Yeah. There's not many, that's for sure. Yeah.
There's
So
one.
yeah, that one kind of fell under the radar for me, but I think I got that one added. Let's keep going. A lot of these are free comic book day again. I think we're gonna run into that a lot for this first week.
Mm-hmm.
Cemetery Kids, Pokemon, Hedgehog, Snoopy, Rebel Moon. I think the second.
I'm curious. Is that Snoopy by Schultz? Is that a reprint?
Yeah, it's by Schultz. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's a reprint. Yeah.
And it's a free comic book day.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like I might have to show up on free comic book day.
Get you some Snoopy.
Yeah, exactly. Snoopy and Hellboy and
Hellboy, Stranger Things. Why not?
And Mad Magazine with Superman ripping off his suit. And yeah.
And this Atlas as well. Get you some Atlas Comics Library #1 at your free comic book day. What else? Dark Souls, The Fog. Kind of get into the more obscure titles down. 5th print of Ultimate Spider-Man #1.
Why?
I'm about to pick that up and sell my first print. Just throwing that out there. Anyone that wants to give me stupid money.
Is it still going for ridiculous amounts?
Oh yeah,
it's probably at least a $20 book still, right?
For sure. You know, there's an NFT.
It's $100 book.
Is it the first print?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm trying to convince my shop owner. I'm like, I'll trade this in for that TMNT compendium.
Interesting. I don't think you'd bite Eric.
Oh, I would.
I mean, I know you would, but I don't think the shop owner would, because I don't think he'd be able to sell it for $100 unless he's on eBay.
Well, what's more valuable to like a random customer, like an Ultimate Spider-Man #1 or a TMNT compendium?
I can tell you that compendium's been sitting there for a while because every week it tempts me. Oh.
Right. I hate books like that at the shop. They just sit there week after week after week, and you're like, next week, and then you come back and it's still there. Next week.
Yeah. It's the siren song.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Washed in Blood, a book that I'm way too stupid to understand. So I read #1. I just didn't get it. So I'm not gonna keep going. I don't think, unfortunately.
There's an Ahsoka Tano cover.
There's Ahsoka, yeah, Star Wars Insider.
Okay, doesn't count. It's a magazine.
Does not count, but
for
it
me,
has.
For Taki, it doesn't count.
Yeah, and it has.
Oh
like
wait, maybe it does. I don't know.
Yeah, it has young Ahsoka on here too. Yep.
Yeah.
And then a cool like foil Darth Maul variant. So I'm not a big fan of. I like the art, but like I don't like it as a cover. You know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I see that.
I kind of like a something like this. I like a trade dress. I don't know. It depends on the book. All right, let's keep going. Grimm, Investigators, Lester. No. Transformers #1 6th print. So we just talked about Ultimate Spider-Man going into whatever print, 7th or whatever.
Wonder what that one's going for, the first print nowadays.
I don't know. Somebody pull up cover.
I'll bundle that in with my Ultimate Spider-Man.
I'm still debating on whether or not I want to bring it to Heroes or not. I have it sitting right over there in my Heroes consideration pile.
He is going to see so many of those issues. Like, I mean, he's going to see zillions of those. Just DWJ.
Yeah. And I don't want just like a generic Optimus like head sketch for like $100.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep going. Void Rivals, #1 8th print. Good Lord. And #4 4th print. I just got excited to see Void Rivals.
Oh, good for them though. Love that book.
Good for them for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of good for them, Duke, 2nd print, #3.
Good for Joshua Williamson.
Yeah, dude's everywhere. How is he handling the entire Superman universe and jumping over into Image and doing like Duke and all this stuff? It's crazy.
More power to him.
Feral issue #2,
I heard
which
good
is
things about that book.
which is weird because this book comes out next week. But this is a cover E1 and 75 glow in the dark variant. So maybe it's like it's coming out like that variant's coming out later.
What is
Yeah,
that
I've heard-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go.
What is that creating Copra? I know.
you
I
still-
know. He's. Yeah. Oh, my bad. E. Go out.
Yeah,
What is it?
I was getting there. I knew
Okay,
he was
okay.
going to say something about it.
Oh, dude, this is too cool. Are you serious?
Yeah. If you like self-published indie comics, man, like this is a must. He's already been selling them on his Etsy. I don't know if this is just
So,
giving
is
the
it a
opportunity.
trade type of book or is it an issue or like
64-page step-by-step tour of Studio Cobra.
Oh, that's so dope.
In-depth account of everything that comes from filling up a blank page to managing small business, writing, penciling, inking, lettering, coloring, packing, distributing, selling, cultivating relationships, building a catalog, putting an artistic muscle to the test.
It's essentially how to make comics the Copra way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not on my radar. The cover's familiar, but
How
it's
much
not
is
yet.
it?
20, 64 pages.
Not bad.
That's not bad at all.
I wonder if on the Etsy they'll come like signed, because usually if they come from the dude, they're signed or
Yeah.
remarked or something.
That's the dude I'm looking forward to seeing at Heroes. I know he's definitely looking forward to, but yeah,
Yes, sir.
I wasn't until you guys pointed him out. So
he's a
or I guess
legend,
when Eric-
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a guy I found not too long after Pisscore, just kind of like falling into that and into the independent world. But yeah.
Oh, that's a whole rabbit hole
Yep.
of just craziness that you can find. So that's gonna be cool. Yeah, another Void Rivals reprint for number 3. Helena Windhorn second print, looks like a black and white number 1. That might be cool.
Dude, especially with Evely's artwork on there, I would really like to see that in black and white.
Yeah, I would as well. I'm a little mad that I didn't see that prior, but it is what it is. Vampirella 666. We already had a Vampirella 666, but this is cover U, which is getting way too deep into the alphabet.
Well, I mean, it's Dynamite, so
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
We got 14 more to go.
Yeah,
covers.
gently caress that like button for sure. Transformers going for about $20. Fable says.
Hmm.
Yeah, Zdarsky was on Actual Dracula
Yeah,
recently.
that was a good video.
Yes, it was very, very good. Let's see. Just check it up on the comments real quick. All right, let's go. So there's going to be a lot of these like weird, naughty
Yeah.
covers, I think. So I don't think there's much more to go, honestly, down there. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip that part.
Chamber of Chills looked interesting though.
Chamber of Chills.
That's
Yeah.
that classic cover,
Yeah.
Golden Age cover.
That
That's
is cool.
probably a
That's so
magazine.
fire.
Yeah. It's probably, it says oversized, $60, print
magazine.
run of 100. So
Whoa.
Wow.
But that's
That's
your
nice.
shot if you wanted to get one of those Golden Age covers or whatever.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
yeah, that is cool. All right. Let's jump into the next week and we'll kind of pick it up a little bit. We have Batman. I'm interested in that one. Obviously, Transformers, Avengers, I wish was better. Poison Ivy, I'm not reading. Nothing. Fantastic Four. Eric, are you reading that? Or is somebody reading this still?
I'm
Still?
in and out. I'm in and out with it, but it's been solid. I echo what Robbie said about it. The storytelling has been good. I think better than Robbie give it credit for sometimes, but the artwork has been. We agree that the artwork it had Coelho on it, I think, starting off, and it's just got that. It's got that like digital colored '90s look to it that just doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
It hasn't worked for me during this run, but fantastic covers. Even the variants have been crazy. So
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Wolverine, nobody's talking about it.
I know. No, there's
Have you
people
enjoyed
talking
it?
about it.
have you been reading
I
it, bro?
haven't heard. But maybe it's the people I watch. The Bad Batch isn't talking about
Or
it.
maybe I just hear you talk about it over and over and over again.
And I've been gone for a month. So that's not good for a bi-weekly
I
comic.
tried like the first 10 issues, or I fell off.
Well, I try to tell. I mean, I don't like when it gets too dark and they put Wolverine too much in a corner, and then they started, ripping Laura's mouth off, and I'm just like, you know what? These are my heroes. Why do I want to see them lose? You're like, now it's going too far the other way. So this looks like it's a different. It looks like, oh no, there's Sabretooth again. So maybe
That's
the
kind of a cool
Sabretooth war
cover.
is still going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Is
just
that Frank
flipping
Miller?
through.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, you just cost me.
What, that one?
fire.
Uh-oh.
That's-
That
I
one right
like
there?
that one.
The other one. There you
There we
go.
go. There we
David
go.
Nakayama.
Blame Nick.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn it. And it's a yeah, I already
That's
know.
That's a solid DNA cover.
Yeah. There's some variants. Those are retailer exclusives,
Yeah.
apparently.
I don't buy retailer exclusives.
Yeah, it kind of breaks your heart. The other thing about League is that if you're using it for your pull list, because some shops can have that set up, really pay attention to that. Don't just assume that they can get any of these covers. You can get in big trouble down here by clicking on stuff and you think you ordered it and it's just not going to be there. So, just open order covers. This is new, I think, because this wasn't here when I.
No, that's an updated. Yeah, they updated it, which is
open order is good. Incentive is what it is. It tells you what it is if you hover, and then retailer.
Yeah, such a great website, man. Such a great resource.
If they can fix the, and maybe they have, and I haven't noticed it because there's obviously been updates since I looked at it last. But if they can fix it so that customers can't add books to their pull list after final order cutoff, and number one, and number two, it needs to integrate with Shopify. If they can somehow integrate it with Shopify so it pulls potentially inventory, but more specifically invoicing, then it would be probably the best thing out there.
Agreed. So,
yeah. Poison Ivy has a Frank Cho cover. Is it? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yep. So there you go. I'm waiting for Prison to get back to Poison Ivy.
James Tinian has her locked up. Maybe literally.
That Poison Ivy run has had amazing covers though. Like
it's been always good.
John was talking about that like last week. He put a video up of some of them. It's just
like a reel or something.
I think the writing on it has been very good too. From what I've heard from people that are getting it for the covers, but then they end up reading it. It's a good read as well.
No, absolutely, dude. The first two arcs I really enjoyed. I fell off of it, but not because lack of enjoyment. It just fell volume. But it's solid.
Her like Scorched Earth storyline, like the first arc where she just went across the United States, just like essentially planting the seed of death in everywhere she went.
Yeah.
I loved that. The art was great in that. And she was battling the demons of like the people who created her and you know what I mean? Like that whole thing. That was really, really cool. That was really good. But then when she got back to Gotham and she got with Harley and then she like they separated again, and then she went in a second arc where she was more like an environmentalist kind of a thing. I kind of felt there were some really radical things going on in the story, but when you're looking at 15 books, it's like, man, what's killing it and what's not killing it, So, but there's definitely a place for it. Plagueis in the house, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Poison Ivy's all good. Yep, John agrees, obviously.
John, what up?
Yep. Love the ties to the green. Yeah, there's a great opportunity there to like make that work, right? Yeah.
I'm just waiting for we need a DC mega event where Swamp Thing and Poison Ivy just decide to start over. Like that I think that would be
I would love to see like a 6-issue series, not a mega event.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. And get Rom back.
Especially the way DC does it. Like we're gonna stop all our regular titles and then we're gonna try to come back and then we wonder why the reboot didn't work.
Yeah. And get Rom, Perkins, and Spicer back.
Yeah, or just like go super horror with it. Like it would be dope.
I'm with it, but I just don't. Rom's run was so perfect. I don't want to.
I know. Don't tarnish it. I get it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That run was so great. That run doesn't get talked about enough, I don't think.
No, yeah, we need to bring it back.
Well, I mean, the trade. There's 1 in 25s out there for that run. There's the trade paperback. That's how you bring it back because it's an evergreen. It's an evergreen read. You can read it at any point.
Pun intended.
Yes, pun not intended, but yeah, I'm smarter than I think I am.
There you go. Claim it.
Swamp Thing is evergreen.
My subconscious,
Hell yeah.
All right.
I wanted to mention Birds of Prey, but I don't have nothing to say about it. I just want to. It's on my pull list, but I never read it.
You just want to say the words.
I just want to say that it's on my pull list. Because I have to have some DC books on my pull list, but I never read it.
So is it number 9? Is it Leo Romero still on art? Who's on the
Jonathan Case?
Well, first of all, it's written by the most underrated writer in comic books, Kelly Thompson.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Yep.
But I don't, and for whatever reason, it always never gets read by me, so I can't tell you how good it's actually been and what the character developments is.
I love the first. We read the first arc on Supreme Clientele, or some of it. Like Leo Romero art was great. The coloring was a little weird early on, but
right.
I love like it was that was the homegirl's sister got kidnapped and they had to go get her from Amazonia or Themyscira or whatever, wasn't it? They had to go bust her out and they like assembled a team or something. I enjoyed the first arc, but I haven't kept up with it.
The only reservation I had when it first came out was Harley was on the team. And it's just because it's overkill at this point for Harley, and I didn't feel like she fit well on the team, and she's gone.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. And hey, since we're on this row here, let's just take a second to appreciate that JR cover on Daredevil 9. Myself, like I'm quick to poo-poo on the things where he isn't doing the greatest work. This is pretty good. This is like yeah, this is like modern day top tier JR stuff.
It is, man. He's been doing killer covers on this run.
So is this Matt Murdock Daredevil or is this Electric Daredevil? I'm not sure.
That is both. The Daredevil.
So it's the Daredevil. So this is like the I haven't been following Daredevil too much, so correct me if I'm wrong, but this is like the new version of Daredevil, not the same one from Chip Zdarsky's run, or did we reconcile that? Do we know?
We haven't reconciled it yet. Like he's back, right? But that's all we know. There's a mystery surrounding it. So that is Matt. That is Elektra.
And then Elektra just maintained the Daredevil mantle while Matt was doing all the crazy shit, fighting Punishers, fighting the Hand, all that stuff, right? So like, okay, gotcha.
Oh, it makes sense.
Yeah, so they're just coexisting right now, I suppose, still. And I like her as like a second Daredevil. I don't care, like it's, but I'm not like I like Elektra as a character for sure, but I'm not well read enough to be upset that her character changed. How about that?
It's okay. When we're at Heroes, we're going to find you a copy of Elektra Lives Again, and it'll change your life.
Well, good, because you're my local
the Elektra
expert.
I love it.
That always hits up.
Put him on game to Elektra Assassin. That a boy.
That I still need to read. Don't be mad at me. All right, we're gonna keep going. Kept the Deviant Geiger #2. You guys know I'm all on board on the Ghost Machine stuff. Sacrificers, love it. Beneath the Trees, one of my favorite books out right now.
What is that number
6? Beneath the Trees. Okay. Number 8, Sacrificers.
Is Beneath the Trees ending at 6? Or
isn't that's the
Beneath
last
the
one,
Trees? Right? Yeah. And pro tip: go into the book. There's a button down here underneath the cover called Series. You click on that, and then it'll show you what has come out, and it will usually tell you the future issues. This is the last one that's listed for May 8th.
Man,
you can also click on it, and sometimes it says right here, at the end of this issue, someone will die. There's no way to avoid it.
Absolute amazing event this has been. Just the book that came out of nowhere and just
incredible.
Such a joy to read.
And I've been double dipping on A and B the entire time because they maintain this B like novel.
I love it so much.
Like a novel
variant.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have all of them right now. And I have, it's just such a good series. Such a good one. And Geiger, loving that one. And Sacrificers.
Y'all go read
so
that.
Good. So
Yep.
Boy Wonder issue #1, One Hand issue #4. I might check out Boy Wonder. One Hand, I'm obviously getting both of those series. Energon Universe Special 2024 issue #1. Take that.
You might try Boy Wonder? Really? Just might?
I might.
The Game Time decision?
Probably.
Wow. Okay. Thought I knew you.
What's this one about?
What other book does Junie Ba written?
Junie Ba, yes.
Yes.
Monkey Meat, bro. I really like Monkey Meat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Monkey Meat. This is a gap in my knowledge, so I don't know.
Great writer.
I thought
artist.
You said Monkey King, so yeah, it's a gap in my knowledge too.
Check it out. It won a bunch of it won some Eisners. Not that that's necessarily is a testament, always a testament to a book's absolute quality that you enjoy it. But I thought he's got a super unique style. I know you're familiar. How would you describe him? I don't know. He's hard to kind of.
Dude, it's kind of like Mignola meets Tom Riley meets, I don't know. So it's that simplistic kind of artwork, but yeah, you can totally see it right there on the cover.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I would take that for 22 pages.
I'm just happy to see him on one of the the big two and getting to play with the Bat universe.
And Damien's story expand hopefully.
And it's Damien, yeah. Like that's
that's the reason why I would pick like the creative team, like Crystal Holleran's on like colors and Diddy Cars and the letters, like names I'm familiar with. I'm not familiar with the writer, but it's Damien. And as somebody who's gotten into comics in the last since 2016, like that's my Robin, just because of when I jumped in, right? So like, I haven't read enough back stuff to like throw Damien off the mantle, right? So that's why I would read it.
Oh, yeah. Who's your favorite Robin, bro? Is Damien your favorite, or you Tim Drake guy, or
Eric and Taki? What do you?
All of us?
I guess I was talking to Nick, but yeah, all of you.
Oh well, Damien's mine because, like I just said, I haven't read enough stuff to think otherwise. You know what I mean? Like I can only form an opinion on what I've read so far, and because I've read most of my Batman reading has happened in the last 7 years. How can it not be the case? I suppose.
Yeah.
So
Tim Drake.
Tim Drake for me.
Yeah.
I'm Tim Drake leaning as well. I mean, it's interesting to me. I can make an argument for Jason Todd. I can make an argument for Damien. I can make probably the strongest argument for Dick Grayson. But
yeah,
they each have their place at this point, and especially with Jason Todd, that's really surprising.
That's true. I think Tim I don't think has enough screen time. Honestly,
he did though. Nick,
he did.
If you go back, he has a 90 issue run. Of Tim Drake, and then him and Spoiler, and he's had. I mean, at the end of James Tynion at his height when he was writing Detective, at the end of his run, Spoiler and Tim Drake go off to college, and that was supposed to be it. They were done. After, I mean, they did something kind of crazy where Tim Drake was dead for like maybe a year.
Right. Wait, in comics they did that? No, I don't believe it.
Go read James Tynion's Detective run. Oh, you mean you don't believe he was dead and nobody dies in comics?
Yeah.
Except for Uncle Ben, but I still think he was whoever that villain was in that Spider-Man run. Who was in I can't remember what their names are anymore.
No.
It sucks getting old, guys.
Amen, brother.
It sucks getting old, and it's before 10 on a Sunday. So,
Road Trader has that show. What is it called? It's like
no one dies.
Nobody dies, and everything's late or something like that. And I was like, that's such like a great show title.
Yeah.
All right, let's go through. Gone issue number 3.
That was on. It was you just dug Dracula Blood Hunt. I just wanted to mention it was there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna get all kinds of Blood Hunt stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. Black, white, and green TMNT. That might be interesting just from like an art perspective. I think that would be kind of cool. And it's usually a slew of writers, right? It's usually like 5 mini stories or whatever. All these black.
Interesting. There's no creative.
Black, white. Yeah, that is weird.
Huh.
I just like the green part of it.
Yeah, I like the covers.
That's never been done before, and it's a really cool take on it. The covers look great.
Those are fire.
Yeah. So that might be something cool. I usually don't pick those up. I think we're getting a Darth Maul one. I think this week, if I'm not mistaken, like a black, white, and red, or I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. But Gone. I've read the first 2. I haven't liked it honestly, but it's a thing. Neil before
Giant Size X-Men. Surprisingly, I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah, Giant Size X-Men number 1. Uh-oh. Ascenti's on it.
Ooh.
Eric.
Oh, there you go, Eric.
I was not going
writer.
to pick it up. Maybe I consider it now.
Bring it to the next con. Get all the blushes.
And Philadelphia's in that row as well. That's Rodney Barnes.
Rodney Barnes, yep. Yeah. Great cover.
And
great
I think
writer.
It's Nita Hawes.
I think that's Jason Shawn Alexander's wife again, right? Like, didn't he base that character?
Yeah.
I think he based the character.
Philadelphia. I just know that's where Rodney Barnes actually does good writing. So
he did Monarch, I think, as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
A couple of years ago. That was actually pretty solid. I like that one. That like hit me. That was like emotional in a way that I didn't think it was going to go. But that's cool.
Agree.
Are you guys getting that new Scotty Young book? Ain't No Grave.
Oh, sorry.
Hell yeah.
It might be on my list. I don't know.
Is he writing it?
Yeah, he's writing it. I think. Jorge Corona's on our.
Corona's
Oh,
Yeah,
hell
The
yeah.
same.
Yeah, definitely
The Me
getting
You
that.
Love in the Dark team.
Yeah, Scotty's such a great writer, man. I feel like Strange Academy was so strong. Such great character work in that. I really like.
That's a book I regret not getting
Yeah, same.
more of. I think I fell off at like issue 4.
And every time I find like any issue like 1 through 5, it's a pretty penny, man. Like they're not
I sold my cover A number 1. I still have my number 2, 3, and 4, and then I have a couple other ones. But I have my number 1 Virgin variant J. Scott Campbell autograph with the COA, and I'm like, I'll just hang on to that. It's in the poly bag from his store, from his website. I'm like, damn it, I want to open it.
The arc of his career is just, excuse me, it's just so fascinating though. Like, I mean, because I had a hard time taking him seriously as a writer, honestly, probably just because of the baby covers, but like, I'm just so happy that he's out there doing his thing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Very, very well said. It is a crazy.
I love Middle West.
I love what John said. Bruce is collecting brunette orphans. He's almost got a basketball team. Hell, he's almost got a football team, John.
Get some 7-on-7s going.
Yeah.
The first like 2 specifically.
The first couple, like,
because they're just first appearances out, out the ass, right?
Yeah.
So,
and there was some dope variants for that run too.
Yeah, and it was fun to see like these like Omega level people, for lack of a better word, just all going to school together, like villains and heroes all mashing together in like Brother Voodoo's campus. Pretty cool. Last Mermaid issue number 3. That's been a surprisingly great book.
What do you guys think about the format of it though?
I find the format annoying in general, but
I understand it though.
When they do it with a book like this and they actually take advantage of that real estate, then it makes sense. But from a collector's perspective, it annoys me. How about
So
that?
for me, I just, after the first issue, I was just like, I'm just going to get this either digitally, which would kind of be a waste, or I'll get it hardcover when it comes out collected.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy the single issues and try to figure out where I'm going to put them. Magazine box probably, but
in bags and boards, it's like that's just not something I have at the ready.
I got one of these though, so now I could cut my own boards.
Oh well, there you go. Just get like Kroger bags.
Yeah, and this magazine board, and you just cut it to size.
Sure.
And you just tape the bag up.
That's the tiniest pizza cutter I've ever seen.
Yeah, you know. That's for those little small dollar pizzas.
There you go. The Lunchables.
Yeah.
No, not the big one. Give me the little one.
Crocodile Black number 1, Philip Kennedy Johnson. Interesting cover. I don't know if it's on the poll.
What is that about? Can you read the synopsis real quick?
Yeah. What makes someone turn to crime, especially in a modern pandemic-riddled dystopia? Yeah, mundane man who's lost, spiraling out of control, witnesses something during a delivery job that will change him forever, turning things as dark as the black crocodile skin boots that he can't take his eyes off of. So it looks like it's gonna be like a criminal, dude's down and out.
I would love to read it. This is going to be hoopla for me when it's done.
Christian Ward's got some variants for it.
Hell yeah.
So,
ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Christian Ward's awesome.
Might be interesting. Usagi the Crow issue number 2. It's a direct tie-in of Ice and Snow. So like that's the story to read in front of it. Then you can get into the Crow. If you're into that kind of thing, you could do that. Let's see, Crashdown issue number 4 from friends of the show. Devil That Wears My...
Is number 4 the final in the first?
It is. Part of yeah. I mistakenly called number 3 the final one on my poll video, and Ryan helped me out there. So number 4 is the final one. I think he said there's some stuff they could do later, like they left it, like it's an ending, but they left some stuff open, so we can figure that out if we need to. Let's see, Night People, Labyrinth, just some other stuff. Red Sonja, Facsimile for Marvel Superhero Secret Wars. What else we got? Anything up here look good? Morning Star, Ultimate Spider-Man second print.
Showcase 22.
Showcase 20. Yep. Some Green Lantern. Mugshots issue number 1. That looks like a book that I would try out. X-Men 97 second print number 1. Rat City, second print. Let's see, Dead Weights, Edge of Spider-Verse. Not a whole lot. Here's that White Boat. That's the Scott Snyder Distillery #1. A couple different variants.
Is that the one with?
I'm trying to pull Blue Beetle too. The colors inside of the book are just beautiful. The art, but specifically the colors. The line work is great, but the colors just really make it pop. But I haven't had a chance to really sit down and read it all the way through, so I'm not sure what's really happening right now.
It's a great.
Yeah, and this is like a Spanish.
That would be really tough. I would have to use Google Translate.
You'd have to like hold your phone over it constantly.
But the English version is out usually at the same time.
Yeah. I'm not hip to the spec game. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, it depends on what kind of content you're putting out.
Is Snyder's White Knight with Francavilla? Who's artist on that?
White Boat. Yeah,
White Boat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Definitely gonna check that one out.
Yeah, I remember with the sampler, like the distillery sampler that came out, and I remember reading that, and I wasn't too blown away by this one.
Did you like Night of the Ghoul that they did?
I loved Night of the Ghoul.
Yeah, I hope
Night of the Ghoul was great.
I hope it's like that. I hope it's some
that like little 3-issue horror about a film that comes to life and kills people or whatever. That was pretty cool. Yeah,
it was great.
Up here, Rook. So Rook Exodus, Geiger, and what was the other one? Redcoat. They're coming out with second print gold covers, and I feel like I need to put like my money where my mouth is, right? And just like pick up all 3 of those because it's just kind of a cool thing. But
I remember you asked the question about the GI Joe: is when is it too much?
Yeah,
that's kind of where I'm at with Ghost Machine already.
You mean
probably
like the Energon universe in general?
At this point, and I'm just like, okay, I could already see where this is going. This is going Dynamite-esque. So,
I would agree but the unfortunate thing is all 3 of those books are great. I thought so. Like
they were.
I've only read Geiger. So
when you have a quantity dilemma and the books are okay, then it's easy for me to say like, I know what you guys are doing. You know, now they have a quantity issue here, but the book's been good. So I'm just like, damn, that sucks on both fronts, right?
I mean, in Jeff Johns, who just, you know, that by itself, that automatically should just get you to at least give it a shot. But he's really bringing on quality writers like Peter Tomasi, who DC should have never let go. They should have. Anyway, that's a whole nother time.
Yeah, he's getting like in Francis Manipool, he's picking up like artists too that definitely DC missed out on, or I think, or had for a bit, then kind of lost.
And you 3 specifically, I would imagine, have a lot of history with like Jeff Johns, you know, through all these different books and stuff he's written for over the decades. But like, I'm relatively newer to him, so like I've been enjoying the stuff that he's been doing recently, you know. So I think isn't there some controversy about some of the stuff he wrote back in the day for like DC or whatever? I don't know, but
I don't think so.
There might not be.
There was some controversy with the movies.
Yeah, I think that
was the only time I've ever heard controversy with Jeff Johns.
Yeah,
there's controversy currently with the JSA run that I heard about. Not anything bad. It's just why isn't it coming out timely?
Yeah, it's taking forever.
Right, it's taking wait. I've dropped it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'll catch up with it when it's done. At this point, because I can't. I don't even know what it's about anymore.
That's
so here. Here's those other 2 foils we were talking, or golds that we were talking about for Geiger and Redcoat. I think they would look great. I don't know, like
together.
I'm trying to fight that urge, right? I'm trying to fight that urge to like. I want to see all 3 of those covers on that table right there. You know what I mean? Like I want to see them.
Yeah, I could get that, but if they start doing it for number 2 and number 3,
that would be kind of rough. Yeah.
I'm a sucker for the gold foil, though, man. I still got some old '90s books with the gold
foil.
They
I mean, like, that's the thing. It's already instilled us. They know how to turn the screws, man. Like they
do.
Spider-Man number
that baseline's already established. They just gotta operate on it.
I will say that I'm mad that it has the what's this pattern called? The checker like racing pattern.
I wonder why that's like an old DC thing. I'm wondering why they call it go-go checks.
Go-go checks.
Why they brought it back.
I don't like the fact that the trade dress for Geiger and Redcoat look the same, except they flipped like the unnamed universe or whatever. Anyway, it's not the same trade dress as Rook.
Well, it's a different universe.
It It is. I get that, and that's that's probably the logical reason. But from a side by side perspective, it sucks. But and I'm wondering if they did it because like the art alone, like if you move this trade dress up
exactly,
on
you're
this,
done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fabok would be like, "What are you doing? You can't cover my main character's head." You know what I mean? But they didn't do that with like Redcoat. They put it behind, right? So like maybe they just couldn't figure it out. But I would like the trade dress to be all uniform. But that's just, you know, the ADD collector in me. Anyway.
I get
All right, let's move on because we got a bunch more to go. And let's go through these. So Action Comics, Miles Morales, Ultimate Spider-Man, Cobra Commander, a bunch of cool stuff up top. Like I like all those.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'll still buy Miles, but I don't know what the hell's going on.
I'm with you, man.
Green Lantern. I see Green Lantern. Green Lantern's been awesome.
Green Lantern, yep. Number 11. That's going to be a good one.
Green Lantern books been good.
I know somebody's eyeballing something on that second row there already. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I think we should just dive right into it.
Yeah.
Ice Cream Man, number 30.
Doom
number 1.
Man. Yes.
Make sure you get the issue for the next month because those covers are...
They connect.
Yeah, they connect. And it's
Yeah,
awesome.
So there's the Crash one
Yes.
that you can see here, but then there's also the semi truck. So those will be connecting covers for 39 and 40.
And the variant for this month, or
and there's still standalone stories too. Sorry, Stu.
No, you're good. No, you're good.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, that one. That I love that.
You know who I thought of immediately when I saw this? I bet Eric and Stu could probably guess it.
Peach?
No.
Yeah, it does give you.
I thought Mahdi immediately when I saw this.
Oh, yeah, I could get that.
I see it now that you say it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. When I saw that, I'm like, oh god.
Dude, did you see his Spider-Man redesign of the black symbiote?
That was legit.
You didn't like it? I liked it.
No, I liked it.
Okay, I thought you did.
I would have liked it if the white Spider-Man thing, if the white like paint part was contoured. Because like Frizzen does this too, and annoys me. Like they'll have an emblem and it'll be flat.
I'm clipping
on a contoured thing. What's that?
You said Frizzen annoys you. I'm clipping that.
That specific thing.
Jenny, you never annoyed me.
Well, yeah, send it to me, bro. We'll show it to her out here.
Yeah, you know,
don't believe him. He is talking shit.
Doom, Jonathan Hickman.
Getting every cover. We got a George Perez Galactus. We got
a
Maria. Dude, show him the Maria Wolf. George Perez Galactus. Adi Granov, I think, cover A. Maria Wolf variant. Freaking, I'm getting all these. And then the Hildebrands, the Hildebrands Marvel Masterpiece.
1 in 50.
I got the card, man. Oh, I don't know.
What'd you say? You got your credit card.
I don't know about that 1 in 50 though. Well, but yeah, man. I think that one is like $6.99. I'm grabbing that. So
it is $6.99. Yeah. Let's see what's open order here.
Great cover. Hickman and Sanford Green.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you ask for? I can't wait for that.
That's gonna be a must buy. Is it? How many issues? It's a one shot. That's
it's a one shot.
Yeah.
What else can we ask for? An ongoing with that team.
Yeah, right. Sanford Green posted 4 or 5 preview pages on his Instagram. If you guys are,
that's insane.
They look great.
Stu, do you know what happened with Red Hood? Why is Sanford not doing?
I had no idea.
He's gone after like issue 2.
I do not know.
I mean, I think he's still doing some of the covers, but. There you go, Nick. That's the reason why I it's like, you know, if you want to buy into Ghost Machine, you're gonna really have to like curtail your pull list because they're taking the whole thing over.
What did Sanford Green do on Redcoat? Is that what you said?
No, I'm saying Redcoat number 3 is already there after you just bought 3 issues the week before.
Yeah. Yeah, number 2 comes out.
That's my big thing with modern comics is like it's very hard to be a fan of more than one franchise. If you're an X-Men fan and a Star Wars fan, you're bankrupt.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
And if God forbid you like Batman,
or if, God forbid you like Vampirella, you're really messed up then. So
so a lot.
I mean, Batman's forget about it.
Yeah,
and that's why Batman in 10 years nobody's going to be reading Batman anymore.
Yeah, that'll never happen, bro. Never.
Well, we'll see. Who's reading them now?
I think
this guy.
And who's writing Batman right now? Chip. So they got like the best writer in the game writing them. And what? No, I mean that should be like the hottest book out there nobody should even be questioning it. But it's like, what does it even make top 10 lists?
I feel like it's great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah,
I'm sure
it is in sales, but I'm saying in like,
I think it's getting a lot of heat.
Top 10 list of the year with a writer like Chip Zdarsky. Is it even getting the eyeballs?
If there's a category for fun, energetic, fast-paced popcorn comics, I think it's in the top like 3. You know,
absolutely.
Popcorn.
Is it super like, I don't know.
I mean,
is it deep and philosophical? Like, probably not. It has elements of that, but like,
I've seen some reviewers say that Chip would just recycled material from Daredevil and brought it to Batman. But I don't believe that.
I don't think that's a good take, to be honest.
Yeah,
I would need specific examples on that.
You could say like he's cribbing from Morrison too much or something with the Zur-En-Arrh stuff, or maybe like there's an argument to be made there. But
with Batman, you're cribbing from everybody because
true.
What more
nothing's original
with Bruce
anymore.
Wayne? I mean, like John said, he's got a whole basketball team of Robins.
Yeah,
it's the Knicks versus the Robins and Steph Curry. So
I feel like it's gonna go down as one of the better Batman runs.
I'm sure it will when it's collected in red. Just like Tom King's is aged well, even though everybody hated it when it was out.
Yeah,
but
it did. Yeah.
More than a lot of books, Batman does a really good job of handing the baton off. I think they can take story beats and carry on with it, like the Zur-En-Arrh stuff from Morrison. I don't think he's necessarily telling the same story. He's building upon what was there previously. So I don't know. I'm here for it.
Yeah. And Jorge has been killing it. Like that anniversary issue where he did all those different art styles, like Miller.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Man, that was like one of my favorite comics in recent memory.
The shark repellent.
Yeah, so good.
Up top here, so we have X-Men, we have G.I. Joe, Fish Flies. I'm digging Fish Flies, obviously. I think a lot of people are reading that. I like Real American Hero as well. I like that one as a complementary piece to the Energon universe, but will I keep reading it? I don't know. I've just been enjoying it.
Yeah, and that's a volume book. I mean, Larry Hama's a very, very competent writer, but
and the art's always great too.
The shove, Nick, and you got all these Ghost Machine books coming in. And you're already reading like 5 G.I. Joe books because you can't be a fan of 2 different franchises at this point. Then
That's right.
Larry Hama's going to get the boot, unfortunately.
Well,
Cobra's that he did wrong. It's just like, what are you going to do? Quit your job so that you could just, keep up with everybody? No.
I got to start working at the distributor so I can read them as they're coming off the press.
You gotta get your Google ad revenue up.
I got to get my Google ad revenue up.
Yeah.
Speaking of ad revenue, we have a membership over here at the channel. Yeah, you can go over here and click on the thing, and you can hit the join button. Like some of these fine people on the panel list right now, and not talking, but the other 2 are really great supporters of the show right now, and I really appreciate everyone doing that.
How did
Segue Sunday?
How did that happen?
That was beautiful.
There's over 24 exclusive videos for members only, and posts like that come out randomly whenever I have a chance.
Is anybody talking about Thundercats anymore?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Thundercats, no.
I don't know. I read issue number 1, and I don't have any nostalgia to it, so I stopped reading it.
Is nobody really going to take the opportunity to say Thundercats? No. Come on.
Twice in the last 30 seconds.
1.5. You got to say it like
you committed, so 1.5. How about that? Yeah.
And then that what if kind of ran out of steam.
What? Yeah, I'm not vibing on that at all.
No, man, they just weren't good.
The first issue was really good with She-Hulk, and then they did Wolverine, and then it was like, okay, how are you going to top Wolverine?
Yeah,
wait.
Yeah, I wish they would just go to the great writers or writers that you want to approach or whatever, and just be like, look, play around with it. Come to me with one great what if idea, and then just kind of build out from there. I feel like they try to take these popular characters and build it around that, and like, what if 8 different Venom stories and all that? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'd like to see more diversity and more characters.
Yeah,
I feel like I loved What If as a kid, even though some of them were kind of like storylines that were already, like What If the Hulk went berserk was always a funny one. Like, what do you mean? But
yeah,
I'd like to see.
And some keys came out of that later became things in movies and stuff, right? So that was pretty cool. Mark got a good point here. They did the Joker. Did the Joker need an origin story again? No. Agree.
I liked it. I think I'm in the minority, but I actually really enjoyed that.
I love this Sorrentino artwork.
I'm a fan of some people just being crazy. Like I don't need like a sappy story,
And then to mirror Batman's like his same teacher, I don't know.
Yeah, that could split the personalities up, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know. All right, let's keep going. Let's see up top here. I mean, Napalm Lullaby issue number 3. I need an issue or two to really kind of convince me what the hell's going on and make me care about the characters. Eric, I saw your review. I feel like we're in the same boat there. But you know, it's a creative team that I just can't ignore. I just want to see what their vision is, and I'm just not sold on it yet. And typically, I would say drop it, but like, I'm going to give it another issue or two.
Are any of you guys reading Briar still? It was on a hiatus and it's coming back now.
I read the first couple. I liked it. I just fell off like around 3. Where are we at?
Is this volume 1 still? Because this came out like 2 years ago, right?
It's so old. Yeah.
They finished up the first arc and now they're coming back for the second arc.
Okay. I did not finish it. Did you enjoy the first arc, bro?
I did. I think it's probably the best Cantwell series that he's done since his Iron Man run. And I think it's better than his Iron Man run.
Who's the artist?
And look at the cover like that. Good Lord.
Good Lord in heaven.
So Cantwell's writing it. We have Lex Lins on the art.
Oh, I think that's a different artist then.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see what the previous.
I love the art. That art was part of
my
favorite part about it. Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that's number 6. Let's go back to number 4.
It was like
Garcia, and then
yeah. Like the artwork was a really big draw for me. It is really well done. So we'll have to see what this one's like.
Yeah, that's what drew me to issue number 1. I tried it out, and it was cool, but like there's just something about the story itself that just didn't click with. But the covers and the art were always fire. That was really good. Okay. Something epic. I love this second arc. I like it more than the first arc right now, and it's only 2 issues in. Because I just feel like I like the characters more. I know more about the universe. I know more about how things work. And these characters they brought in, I think, are better than the first arc so far. So
I started reading page 2 of issue 4 like 3 years ago. I'm still trying to get through it, but I'm just messing with you. I think he's incredible, man. I finished and loved the first arc. I haven't got to the second one now.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a whole new team. It's focusing on like a PI, and she's doing cool. She's doing great stuff.
Oh yeah, that sounds dope.
Going into hell, like interrogating demons, going to Mount Olympus and like interrogating because there's like a murder going on. There's like all these murders going on, all these famous like fictional characters. Really, like everybody knows these characters, and she's going around interviewing people that have motives, and it takes her to Mount Olympus all the way down to like the River of Styx and to hell, talking to like Hades. Such a cool. It's just really, that was a very interesting shift going from one spot to the other.
That sounds gnarly.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So I was, when Mace Windu first came out, I was intending to pull that, but it just kind of got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
I can't remember who was talking about it, but I remember the biggest concern about it was that it just didn't feel like Samuel L. Jackson from the movie.
That's what I said, yeah.
Was that you?
But it's Mark Bernardin from Kevin Smith fame.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I love Mark.
This is a younger Mace, so maybe he's not as I'm not going to say jaded, but he doesn't have the attitude that we would expect, that I expected. How about that? I'm going to put it on you guys. I didn't expect this kind of a voice coming out of this character, even in his youth. And when I saw that, I was like, 50% of my enjoyment of that character is like the attitude that he brings.
Yeah.
Or the perceived attitude that he might have based on the other characters that Samuel L. Jackson has played. How about that? None of that existed in the book in issue number 1 or 2. And I'm like, forget it.
He's not Jules from Pulp Fiction yet.
Yeah. I'm not a big Star Wars guy, but it was such a refreshing voice to have in the Jedi, from the Jedi Corps. You know what I mean? They're usually like
such a smart. Sorry, Stu. I don't know why I keep.
No, you're good, dude. I don't like. That's all I had to say about it. You're good. Go ahead.
But it was such a smart move from a like a PR point of view.
Yeah.
You're like, let's bring a little bit extra onto the Star Wars here. Let's put a little extra spice onto it, and let's bring Sam Jackson in. That was just genius.
And he played like a straight character that was powerful and could really kind of pull it out. And he has an interview one time. I think he was reading the script and he was a little bit iffy about taking the role. And then he reads the dialogue where like Mace Windu's talking to Yoda. He's like, shit, I talked to Yoda? Okay, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a great character. This is a powerful dude, you know?
Oh yeah.
That was pretty cool. So good. Yeah. Let's keep going here. Alien, Venom, Rat City, nothing really biting up here. Displaced, heard decent things. Skull Crusher, nothing really grabbing me.
So those Disney villains are like secret spec books, if anybody's interested in that crap.
Yeah. The cover game on Savage Dragon is pretty good.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
Yeah.
And then Robbie, I think, didn't Robbie read like the last issue, and there was a lot of crazy shit.
They are like bug nutty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was one issue like maybe a couple months ago where it got really explicit.
Yeah.
And if you know what I'm talking about, you know, and if you don't, it's not worth going and finding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just like, why? Like, I didn't realize like this is what happens when you get to issue 270.
You start getting really creative.
Exactly.
With web shooters.
Defense, I mean, he's done the right thing where it's like the original Savage Dragon is aged out. Now it's his son or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that big of a Savage Dragon fan, but you know, it should be like Damien's son should be Robin or something at this point anyway.
Yeah, it seemed like he wanted to give people something to talk about. Like he got stagnant, and like he definitely changed the direction of the book.
He's like, where else could Web Fluid shoot from? Uncanny Valley issue number 2.
Excellent segue.
Great issue number 1. Yeah, it's just like Savage Dragon, just as explicit. No, and Uncanny Valley was a great book. I see things. This is how I perceive things. I see things coming in waves, and like this is part of a wave of like reality, imagination, world layer on top. Like we have that in Something Epic, and we have it in Kill Your Darlings right now. Is it a coincidence? Probably, but like sometimes you get 3 wrestling books at the same time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And
the zeitgeist is real.
And sometimes you get 3 books where there's a reality and there's a fantasy world on top of it, and there's cartoon characters running around with your real characters, Roger Rabbit style. So like coincidence, probably, but it's funny how that works.
Yeah,
but it was a great issue number 1. How about that?
A fascinating video on that the other day. Creative parallels or whatever, like how two things will get made very similar around the same time frame. It's really interesting how that all goes down.
Yeah, like Day After Tomorrow in 2012 or whatever.
Yeah, they had a whole, like, from music to movies to books to, they had so many examples. It was crazy.
No, I love the Titan hard case books, but I'm not a fan of Gun Honey for all the wrong reasons.
Okay.
Because it's like, if that's what people think those books are about now. I mean, and that was a part of it, like the sexiness of noir, but there were like hard, like noir titles, and there were really cool stories. And now it's just like Savage Dragon.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like the Mickey Spillane detective stories of like the early days, you know. It's like every book that came out, it still had a scantily clad lady on the cover, right? So,
and you know, it had some scenes in there that were pretty sexy, but that wasn't the whole book. Now it's like, you know, Gun Honey is like she's in the hot tub and wait for her to stand up because it's coming on the next page. So
yeah. And I mean, like, there were always double agents, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just it was part of the game. You know what I mean? Like, that was infiltrate.
I never knew the Nazis had so many sexy women. So
that's how they keep warm in Russia.
And Venezuela too.
Weatherman issue number 5.
I'm glad you said that, Nick, because is anybody reading Weatherman?
Dude, so what? I think last time we did the show, Nick and Steph got me interested in it, but I haven't read it.
Awesome.
Was it good?
I mean, but I haven't read any of the new stuff.
I haven't read it in 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm at too.
I almost got it the other shop. I almost picked up a couple issues, but
well, it's the 3rd volume too. Like, there's some catch up to be done if you're going to try to work towards
the 2nd volume.
Yeah,
because I feel like sad. I mean, it's in like there's a lot of good books out there, but just because of the volume, it's like you have to play. It's like backlog just grows and grows and grows.
Yeah.
Yep. So that might be interesting to catch up on. Cabinets, nothing really else on this top row. I got to shout out Critical Entertainment. They're just really they've been great and generous with me, sending me some review copies and things like that, and they're pretty good books as well. So First Americans it says May 15th. I've already covered it on Nick at Night. So if you want to see my review on that, I read it and covered it a few weeks ago at this point, I believe. So they're doing a lot of good stuff.
Oh yeah, dude.
over there, so definitely check them out. I know they've been reaching out to a few other people, so just want to give them a shout out.
Free comics for your streaming is the dream for me. That's if I can get some free comic books, then I feel like mission success. You know?
Yeah. Especially when they're like smaller publishers, they're just trying to, they're out there at the cons hustling, just trying to sell their books, just making books that they enjoy. And, you know, a lot of them are silent issues, so they read pretty quickly, but there's usually a pretty good core idea in there that just makes you think for a moment. And like the book you read before and the book you read after are not going to do that. You know, they're going to be very formulaic, you know, so it's kind of cool when somebody else does something different and makes you think about something else. So, yep, awesome. Pretty cool. What else?
Yeah, we're getting to the bottom of that list. We're
getting to the bottom again. Pickings. Yeah. Let me just kind of scroll down.
I mean, there's some great covers, but
Psychodrama Illustrated. I talked earlier about Fantagraphics. I'll if it's a single issue and it's open order, it's going to be on my pull list probably, just because, you know, Cartoonist Kayfabe influenced me too much not to check things out. So I'll be picking up these things. And this is Gilbert Hernandez, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's Gilbert Hernandez. So
yeah, totally.
Great writer, great artist. So I'll be checking that out. Love and Rockets was really, really good.
Absolute legend.
I'm trying to remember what was Julio's Day. That's right. So Julio's Day is a really great story. Very, very cheap, like on Amazon or something like that, or eBay or whatever. So you can check out Julio's Day. It's a really great story of a boy growing up with a family, close-knit family. And it's like every page is like a year of his life. And you can see his entire family aging like in real time as you're reading the book. And there's a lot of drama, obviously, in the community and the family itself and things like that. So Julio's Day is a great pickup from Gilbert. If you haven't read that one, great recommendation there, I think. Let's see. So, wow, this is a second print. So TMNT Last Ronin Re-Evolution, Last Ronin number 2, Re-Evolution number 1, second print.
I'm so over the, like, I haven't read that book, but at this point I almost don't want to. Like the way like,
it wasn't.
I get that there was a success for them, and like it's been a great spinoff or whatever. But man, like I can't go 2 feet without seeing some Last Ronin book or movie.
Get ready for the movie.
Yeah, it was all over the shop the other day. I was like, all right.
Like there was a clear intention with a title like The Last Ronin, and then they're like, oh, wait a minute, there's money to be made? No, the second Last Ronin.
Well,
Last Ronin 2, First Blood.
And the funny thing is, like, I remember number 1 very clearly, and the last Ronin isn't in the book. I say very clearly, but now I'm like second guessing myself, because the book is mostly focused on April, her daughter Casey, and the new generation of turtles that they're raising and training right now, and it's like their first day out on the street, like taking on a gang with Casey, because they're messing up the trade routes between the underground colonies that are being ruled by the oppressive, you know, whatever. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Well, Eastman's just trying to teach us the real Last Ronin are the friends we made along the way.
There you go. Nice.
And his variants can still sell. And his $60 head sketches. Oh yeah, the head sketches for sure. Yeah, I'm not ashamed at all, but for getting all the ones I have. He's such a cool guy.
Like Frank Miller though. He's better than Frank Miller at this point, I would say.
In his career.
Hey, watch it. Hold on.
Not career. I'm talking about as far as current cover art.
Yeah, I agree. You put give them both a piece of paper and a pencil. I think he's going to give you a better piece of art. This stage
he can draw people standing up straight much better than Frank Miller. I'll give you that.
That's true. That is true.
I need a Daredevil miniseries already, Kevin Eastman. Please, come on.
No kidding. All right, this is a bunch of.
I'm sure he wants it. I'm just like, man, Daredevil gets all the good talent.
Man, for real though.
And Matt Murdock macks all the girls too, man. He's like the Bruce Wayne of the Marvel universe.
That's true. To get them in like an auction date off or something. See who wins. Nightwing. Speaking of our favorite Robins, or second place Robins, that I think some of you were bringing up. Superman. Something's killing the children. You know we gotta.
Yeah, we know what James Tynion does.
Yeah, he's like, man, this book's not selling well. What do we do? Call Jenny.
Well, I mean, they're probably still selling.
Yeah. Issue
I mean,
37.
I would like to reread the last arc in trade just to see if I was off, but I don't think I
No,
was.
you weren't off. Superman number 14. We were talking about, loving what's happening over there. It looks like we have Lobo on the cover. Based on the last book, I don't think we're going to get Lobo, but maybe this. No, that's definitely Lobo. But like,
That's Lobo. I feel like that's a little bit of a deceptive cover, but hey, we get that
right.
nowadays.
His race has invaded, and somebody who knows Lobo is invaded coming in. But this is saying Superman and Lobo fight.
Yeah,
So
that's why they put the question mark. It's like,
right.
no, not really.
Fight? No, it's somebody else that looks just like Lobo, but he doesn't have the chain. We have the Carla cover.
That's
for
Carla
Lois.
Cohen.
Yes, sir.
Open order.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Cover D. Insert joke there. Wonder Woman. Issue number 9. Better number 8 than number 7. And that story is growing on me, but it's got a lot of. It's like take every uncomfortable thing that's happening, in society, and like let's put it into a book. Like that's how I feel like it's being approached right now, in a good way. It's drawn really well. Story's engaging. I think it's getting better. We missed issue number 6. What was it? Was it 7? Issue number 7 was a complete dud. I thought 8 was better. Here's number 9.
I've loved the cover game on Wonder Woman, though. I think that every single issue has been spot on. This one in particular is great.
Yep. Reunited with Steve Trevor, the guy with 2 first names. Here we got these freaking ads keep popping up.
Tedesco.
Yeah, we got some great covers for this series. I don't know if John's still in the chat. I know John has been digging this book a lot. So we have that. Ultimate Black Panther issue number 4. 3 was a little bit of a dud for me. Not a whole lot happened, but I'm still generally interested in the universe, right? So
I'm curious. Can you see how long the Ultimate Black Panther is going for?
Looks like issue number 6.
And it's still Brian Hill. Okay.
Is the last one they have here, and I don't see they face Ra and Khonshu. I don't know if that means it'll be over.
I really hope not.
Brian Hill, that takes us to July.
It's Caselli. Caselli's on art all the way, right?
Caselli. No. Carlos. Naito.
That's a bummer.
That is a bummer.
Yeah.
But that's Marvel. If we get 5 issues, like that's honestly better than most.
Very true.
Yep. Brian Hill called Ultimate Black Panther an ongoing. Not sure how long though. Interesting.
I hope so.
It better be, because it's good.
League will have like 2 to 3 months in advance. So this has us until July. So that's good.
And that's where the solicits are right now. So
yeah. An ongoing Ultimate book though, like I had imagined that. I didn't have that perception going into the Ultimate runs. I thought that it was going to be, there were going to be like 6 issues each, and then we're going to do something else. But why would you have one ongoing for Ultimate and not have ongoing for Spider-Man or X-Men? Or is it the same rules for the other books? I wonder. I don't know. There's your Immortal Thor. We talked about Void Rivals. We're actually going to get an issue instead of a reprint. So there we go. Star Wars. Taki was mentioning all this special variant covers for all the Star Wars books. Keep an eye out for those. Catwoman's got some pretty fire covers if you're into like pinup covers.
And
Those
DNA's
great.
DNA's done a great run on that.
Just killing it. The last year has been like the year for DNA for sure.
Dude, and he's so good on social media. That's one thing I really appreciate about him. He reaches out with comments, shows love, and you show love to him. Like I wish more creators were as present on social media as he is.
She-Hulk has been really good. I decided to trade weight it though, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'm with you on that.
And there's a fire cover that exists, but I heard somebody else complaining that like it's not Jim Bartel's usual. Whoa. Well, I guess I won't be trade weighting that one. Okay. Never mind.
I did. There's Terry Dodson. Okay. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Wow.
It's a pretty good one. Yep. Awesome. There you go. John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America, issue number 5.
Yes. One of the best books out right now. Number 4 is so good.
It's
so good.
It's a book where I'm losing the narrative, but I'm enjoying every issue.
That's insane to me because I feel like I picked up the narrative with number 4 because that I was complaining about issue 3.
Why were we in the town? I don't want to
Swamp
spoil
Thing
your
said
review.
so.
Swamp Thing said go to this place because there's some shady crap that happened.
You gotta trust in the green, man.
I understand, but like he purged the land with the grain of salt or the grain of sand, I think. Like he brought all the realities to, or did he resurrect fully Swamp Thing? Like I still don't know like what he did. Anyway.
Yeah, I
digress.
Okay, yeah.
It's a story that I'm so entrenched in right now, but I don't exactly know what we're doing.
Well, it's got a little bit of like an episode of the week kind of feel, and that's what I didn't realize in the first 3 issues, and that's why it's like, that's what we're doing now. So,
but it didn't in the I'm sorry, the first time they got together, it felt like very much of like a connected. It didn't feel like this issue by issue. It was like a connected arc. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
exactly.
So like that's what I was kind of expecting, but yeah, it's taken a minute to adjust. But dude, Aaron Campbell and Cy Sperry are one of my favorite creative teams out there.
Yes,
for sure. The episodic approach is not something I have a problem with, but if you imagine like an RPG style, you go to a level, you beat the boss, you obtain an item, you carry it with you to the next level to then beat that boss, and you grow exponentially, right? So like we went to New Orleans and we bottled up this ancient being, right? This woman. She's bottled up right now. I don't know why. And now we're in this new town. Now we have her, and I don't know what she's bringing to the table, right? And then we met these like the hunter guy and the immigrant, right? That was coming over, and the daughter grew up to be a doctor, and it was very poetic and everything. Like I don't know what we gained from that to go to the next stage, and now we're in the next stage, and we're doing this, and I don't know what we've gained there to go to the next stage, you know. So like that's what I'm losing. I'm not making those connections. So I need to figure that out. But I'm really enjoying the book. So Batman First Night, overload on Batman, but still a good run. Set in the 1930s. No Alfred. Year 1 approach. Great art team. Black Label book.
Yep. Been great.
There you go.
Enough said.
Enough said. Rook, issue number 2. We talked about this universe already. So we get issue number 2 right there. What else across here?
Rogue Sun is
Rogue.
Yeah. So I mean, and that's kind of what I'm scared about with Ghost Machine is that it will turn into
Rogue Sun
Massiverse, where
issue
it's just like it
2.5
just got too big, too quick, and it was just like I can't keep up with all of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, part of me is still like I'm indebted to that universe because I invested so heavily. Like I might come back, but it's like a bad girlfriend, man.
Right.
Yeah. Right. When they started doing the 0.5s and stuff, that was some 90s nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, at least we have Mandy to read them all. And
I was gonna say, Mandy keeps buying them. He's part of the
he's a glutton for punishment.
He's part of the problem
when it comes to Radio Black.
It's like a multi-level marketing scheme that gets you to invest so much that you can't quit. It's like you got to try to get your money's worth or money out of it. So
yep. All right. Let's keep going here. Conan the Barbarian. I'm interested in that one. White Boat. We talked about Scott Snyder Distillery. Yeah. Dawn Runner issue number 2 comes out this coming Wednesday. We got 3 right here. Feral 3. I think that's twice. And no, Feral's coming out this next week.
Holy Roller, Local Man. That's a solid row right there.
Holy Roller, Local. Yeah, I actually touched base on the Local Man. What was it, like Bad Girl or something like that? The last issue, just to kind of get back in the universe. I might pick this one back up.
Local Man's been great, man.
Yeah. Pretty solid. I know Robbie loves Holy Roller as well.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Predator, Salmon Twitch. I'm dropping. I just didn't like issue number 2. Man's Best, issue number 3. Issue 2 comes out this week. And Predator, Last Hunt. I know that's a lot of people have been talking about this book, I feel like. And with the Avengers versus Alien book coming out soon, we get some more of that 20th Century Fox crossover.
Marvel's work with Alien and Predator has been very solid. It's gone beneath the surface.
Yeah. And I hear a lot of good things about this. This is the Wolverine crossover, right?
No.
Or no, this isn't the Wolverine. The Predator Wolverine one is really good, I hear too.
Yeah, it is though.
Yeah.
And I'm sure this is pretty good as well. Ed Brisson, yeah.
Yeah, Ed Brisson's in this one. Yeah. Yep, that one's good. Forged, issue number 8. 7 comes out this next week. I love the Forge. Covered it. It's magazine size, unfortunately, but it's really beautifully drawn book and a cool story about a really complex, society set way far in the future with like mechs and deities and like Cassandras, right? Like the Cassandras that can see the future, the precogs and things like that. So really cool sci-fi magic set in the future kind of a book. So if you're into that kind of stuff, Rucka's
Greg Rucka too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful
That's a book I picked up from you, bro. Good for that recommendation.
It's a cool book. It's not like blow you away great, but it's like,
but it's good.
It's still a solid sci-fi book. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff going on. Army of Darkness. We have some turtle stuff. I'm waiting for Jason Aaron. I'm not going to jump on any turtle stuff anytime soon. And we're getting towards the middle area here. Let's see. Goon, Beyond Real. Life is Strange. So we got some more Zoe Thorogood stuff going on. I don't know, Taki, if you were getting that stuff.
No.
Nope.
Not Life is Strange.
Well, there you go.
Unless she's writing it. Maybe I'll consider it, but it's already a number 3.
She's writing it, yeah.
Oh, maybe.
She's not drawing it, though.
Well, that's a video game tie-in, too, right?
But she's got her variants, so. Life is Strange reminds me of like a 90s TV, like sitcom TV show.
Yeah, exactly. I said Ally McBeal, but that wasn't where I was trying to go.
No.
Where I said I'm old and it's maybe a little bit past 10.
When I think of Life is Strange, I think of the girl who played Strange World of Alex Mack. That's what I think of.
Oh,
for some
yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
Forget her name.
Is that a New Mutants facsimile? Over there on the right?
Mm-hmm. Second facsimile, second print variant. New printing. Well, no, I'm sorry. This is new printing, second variant. So I don't know.
All right, that's a little silly. Can we be honest? That's a little silly.
That's Liefeld. Liefeld made up that title.
Yeah.
New printing, second variant.
Second variant of the reprint. Because I feel like that one already came out, but maybe it didn't. I stopped getting facsimiles. So.
Yeah, it came out, Nick. I mean, that's been the most overprinted book of all time. It's got nothing. I don't think it has anything to do with Liefeld. I think it might have to do with the movie more than anything else.
That's probably true.
Well, and if we're going to talk Liefeld stuff, if you want to get that flavor, I would go for that Blood Squad 7. That's supposed to be like the reinvention of Youngblood since the ownership rights changed over. Nope, not Bloodshot.
A different blood.
Different blood.
Blood Squad 7.
Yeah, that's Joe Casey's kind of reinvention of the Youngblood team.
Is Rob doing the artwork or?
No, it's just kind of like it's the inspiration behind, or it's inspired by Youngblood basically, since they don't have the rights. They're trying to redo that whole '90s universe. I think Local Man really kicked something off.
Didn't he also do Dutch recently?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly.
I like that one too. Yeah, that was a cool one because I think Dutch came out the same time as another. Oh, Night Thrasher. The same week, Dutch and Night Thrasher came out, and I read both of them. I'm like, this freaking Night Thrasher sucks. I'm like, what is going on here? And then I read Dutch. I'm like, that's how you do it, man. That's how you bring new readers in.
Seriously, it's like, why would you bring Night Thrasher back? Make sure it's a fire product,
right? Like, I felt like
bringing him back was like that sucks. And he's already a French character. Like people are half in, half out. Like I feel like if it was a really cool story and people were like talking word of mouth really got around about the book, it would have been something different.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Opportunity.
All right. Yeah, I think we covered that one up there. What's going on? Hey, there's the foil variant. There's your foil.
Santos Sisters.
Santos Sisters?
Yes.
I don't know about anything about this.
That's my favorite book of the month.
Nick, you should check that out. You would like that, Nick. Definitely.
Santos Sisters.
If you like Archie and never mind. But if you like Archie, you might like Santos Sisters.
They put it. I'll put it this way. They put it on the same rack, like the same spinner rack with like Ed and Jim stuff at my comic book.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just said the magic words. So
yeah, check out an issue and see how you feel about it. It's worth it checking out at least one issue.
Here, let me see if it's even available.
You got it. And it's gonna. If you don't get it right away, it's gonna be tough to get.
Oh, no longer available for pre-order.
Sometimes they have extra issues in my shop. I'll keep an eye out.
Next time they come out with one, I'll let you know in advance, Nick.
And I don't see like a number 7 either. So
and it's not something that you like need to read all 6 issues. You could just pick up. It's an Archie. It's basically an Archie book, a little raunchy with a little bit of a modern flair to it. So
cool. Okay.
Yeah, fun stuff.
Yep. Military Comics #1 facsimile.
Yeah, I'll pick that up.
What else we got? Oops, kind of skipping around. Jack Kirby Collector, 1095, number 90. That's
They've been
interesting.
doing those. They've been
With
doing
tomorrows.
those. Those are some of those have
Great
great
publisher.
Really?
Yeah,
I
some
don't
of those-
Oh
recognize it.
yeah,
Some of those are
yeah.
dope.
They do a lot of good digest books.
Yeah.
And like they break down the whole Archie verse and the whole Charlton comics. Great publisher. And that,
Right.
I mean, obviously they're on issue 90, so that Jack Kirby Collector's been around forever.
Yeah, I'm happy to
Oh,
see that title still going, man, and to keep him
Yeah.
his
It's
name
fine.
out there. Yeah,
There you go.
We need to start picking it up because
I agree.
the guys who are picking it up are aging out. But
Very, very.
I think we're
well
waiting
said,
for
bro.
the Todd McFarlane Collector, and then we'd all be like, "Oh yeah, did you get Todd McFarlane issue number 3?"
Yep. What's up,
Yeah.
Rogue? Thanks
Bros,
for
what
joining
up?
us, man. Principles of Necromancy. Number 1 was good. When does number 2 come out? No idea. Did we miss it? Hooker?
I don't-
I don't
I
even
think
know.
it just came out like a week or two ago. I don't know when.
Okay.
Yeah, I almost
Yeah.
checked them out.
We might come across it if it came out like a week or two ago. It's probably going to be in this week or next week because we got one more week after this one. Ultimate Black Panther number 1, 4th print. Interesting. Critical Entertainment number 3, Planetary Expansion. I haven't covered that one yet. I just covered book 1 and 2. I have number 3 though. I think I have number 4 as well. So that's good. That's cool.
Yeah. Principles of Necromancy number 2 is May 15th.
May 15th.
Yeah.
You heard it right here. X-Men 97 number 2, 2nd print. What else? Kill All Immortals, a book that I'm this is
It's
number
been no,
what's
no,
going
no.
on
Yeah,
with this
don't believe
book?
it. It's been resolicited and resolicited and
over and
resolicited.
over and over.
So number 1 comes out in July now. So number 4 definitely, yeah. Don't
I
believe
saw the
everything that you
cover.
Get
read.
issues. That's what happens a lot of times
Yeah.
when it gets resolicited. Is you don't think you forgot that you ordered it, and you end up getting 2.
Yeah.
I saw Viking Killers. I see a cool title. And I see Zach Kaplan, and I see a cover like that, and I'm like, well, that's all I need.
Yeah.
I'm good.
But it's like, give us the book already.
Yeah, exactly. So that's that. All right. Last week, I think. Yeah, 29th has to be. Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 5. We get 4 this coming week. Which is great. Detective, same thing. We get a one this week. Twilight, one of my, I think this is the last issue, right? Number 6.
It is. Oh,
God, I love the series so much.
it's so good.
Yeah. Comes to an end. The horrific bomb has been dropped. Didn't we know that this H bomb was Hulk? Because I remember, or H Day, right? They kept on
Spoilers.
referencing H Day.
I mean, maybe if you're
Spoilers, it's on
smart
the
like you,
cover.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Spoilers,
And
Nick.
yeah, spoilers, but also
This is I haven't read it since like issue 2. So I don't
Who's
Yeah,
on
you
the
said it.
cover?
he sounded legit pissed right now.
Oh, he's
Oh,
on the
no, I'm cool.
cover.
I'm fine.
Oh,
It
this
doesn't
was-
matter.
But here's like Nick, you
It's just
call it, though,
ironic
like,
that it's
with
Nick
the-
because he's so good at not spoiling stuff.
No, they've been talking about H Day since issue number 1, and then we
They
get
have,
Hulk on the
but-
cover. How
Have
is this
they,
not
though,
an easy
Nick?
jump to make?
No, come on, man. Like, that's not automatic.
No, you're fine, man. Don't worry about it.
You know, yeah, but you did call it with there's another character that's going to show up. Wasn't you that was saying
Yeah.
that? Like you?
Yeah, I
there's-
didn't spoil who shows up at the end of the book. How about that?
Okay, you're 1 for 2.
1 for 2, 1 for 1.
You're betting 50.
Ah.
That's
Does
my
anyone
fault. I
else-
shouldn't be that far behind on something that a series that good. But
Nah, man, don't apologize. Let him have it, dude.
Anyone buying newsstand Archie Dut now?
if I see it, I might consider depending on the price. I'm cheap. I'm not just
Yeah.
cheap. I mean, I'm just heavily over borrowed or whatever.
Yeah.
Borrowed. Yeah, that's a good term for it too. Yeah.
Let me spoil some books that are coming out this week. Which one do we want to talk about?
We got JSA number 10.
JSA number 10.
Nick,
we were talking
Nick
about
gets his
before where
books
this has
on like
been,
what do
you
you?
know,
Nick
just
reads
taken
his
Don't worry,
his
don't worry about
early
when I get my
release
books.
on Friday. Yeah. Hey guys, like it'll be like Friday. Hey guys, Avengers Twilight
I
is big
have
this week. It's
to-
like motherfucker, it's a week away. What are you talking about?
I have to stay on top of things, man. Because when I'm at the shop, I have to recommend books to people.
Does
I
anyone
like-
else find it? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I've talked too much already. Go for it.
Does anyone else find it interesting that Detective Comics still doesn't have the cover solicited? Like
Yeah.
something must be going
Yeah.
down in this
I
issue.
wonder what that has about.
Oh yeah, that's probably what it is.
Who is that? What's
Hmm.
that second one right there? Who did that? I like that.
That's awesome.
Steve, somebody.
Nice.
Oh,
What's
Bash.
the incentive?
The incentive is
Not worth it.
that one right there.
It's not bad, but it's
It's
just not.
not-
I'm not going
yeah,
to spend like
agreed.
Yeah,
at least
Sebastian.
$25 on it.
Yeah, Fumara.
Oh, he's the one doing. Oh no, Max is the one. Max is Fumara's
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
second. I guess they're brothers. Are they brothers?
From
Oh,
another
okay.
mother. Rise
Oh,
of the
wow.
Power.
Radiant Black has connecting covers. I wish you knew what the hell was happening in 29 and 29.
29 and 29.5. There you go.
I mean, it's been like it took like 2 months for the book
Yeah.
to come out. Initially, he was supposed to release them every other month,
Mhm.
but I don't know. Power Girl.
Yep. Y'all, I'm
You're
got me
welcome.
searching for Santos Sisters. I hate
Hell
y'all.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I know.
totally.
And I got to go on I got to go on Taki's website and try to find it now.
Oh yeah.
Did
Yeah.
we cover Savage Sword? Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Coming out earlier in the month.
Yeah, like first week, second week, something like that. World Tree number 10. I'm kind of over it, so I'm not reading that, honestly.
JT, your awesome writer, come back to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. What happened? Just
The-
keep it simple.
Penguin issue number 10. Number 9 comes out this next week. I've been loving that series.
This is
I like
another
this.
guy who could write multiple titles at one time.
Yeah.
Facts.
And they're not like, and like you could, writing one of these titles would be hard, I think, on its own, or it would take most of his time. But like he's writing a very complex story with Wonder Woman, I think. Penguin's the same thing. He's also writing Helen
Yeah.
of Winhorn, which is a great series.
And he's
Yeah.
helping James Gunn steer the DC
Right.
Superman, and he's kind of like the
Yeah.
hand. that
And these
rocks the boat
books,
on.
none of these are breezy either. Like, I'm
No,
surprised the
they're
dude doesn't
thick.
have carpal tunnel at this point.
Seriously.
Yes, there's a lot of content there. So like, yeah, Penguin's a denser read, but still fun. Helen's obviously way more dense than anything he's writing right now, but it's still fun.
Mhm.
And then Wonder Woman's just so it's
That's
covering a lot of
cover
stuff.
A. I love that cover A for Penguin.
Yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
one.
So keep your eye on the edge of the Spider-Verse. I know they had a Spider-Man, Star Spider-Man. I'm sorry, I don't think it was this issue.
Yeah, it was last
I
issue.
forgot
right?
to check
It was
out
that one.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah,
Star Spider. I mean, I'll pick it up. I'll read it. I'm not paying more than cover for it though. But
yeah.
saying.
Somebody at my shop had their polls out and they were going through and they were like, "Are you getting Spider-Man?" I'm like, "No, it's a first appearance." And I was like, "I don't care." Not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not that into the spec game anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Me either. I mean, I
Yeah.
would never sell it, or if I did,
Yeah.
I'd probably take a big look. I'm not anyway.
Yeah, but I
Uh,
totally understand. It's like, yeah,
Spider Punk, I like it.
yeah.
There's some problems people have with it. I guess it doesn't represent punk well enough.
hmm
But it really shows off what Cody Ziegler could do if Marvel just gets out of his way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like my daughter's not a huge like comic book fan, but that's one of the characters she really gravitated to from the
But the
movie.
covers is
Like,
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, the covers are great.
It might
Yeah.
be the best cover of that week. I don't know about that one. It's okay.
yeah.
I think
don't
issue
know.
1 had that Mafood variant too, man. I'm always
Yeah.
down for more Mafood.
That was
Oh,
number
yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Did y'all get that Dangerous Donut he just put out?
It is
No.
right back there.
Word. Hell yeah! Mine's in the mail. I can't wait.
Oh,
I
it's
got
so
that
good.
crawler this morning though. No, I'm joking.
Did you?
No.
Man,
Well.
y'all are doing. I don't even know what you're talking about. You're doing a bad job of keeping me in the loop.
Sorry, Jim
Very-
Mafood. He just dropped a new project.
I know. I
little-
feel like I should have been on top of that, but I just didn't notice it. Elverine issue number 1. There you go.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, no
we
thanks.
got Six Fingers number 4. Yep, I'll be reading both of those.
Yep.
We kind of covered that a little bit already.
Jack
Definitely
Todd
one.
and Black Cat. I wonder what covers they have for that.
So you got your Lobos as usual. I
Yeah.
don't recognize that one.
Nah, skip that.
Oh, Elizabeth Torque variant.
That is not great.
Yeah, I rely on Big Herm and Primetime Tom to keep me up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
facts.
keep
I
the
was
date
about to
on
say.
Yeah.
Shout out to Herm.
We'll be going live here in just about 5 minutes, I believe. So.
Yeah. So let's run through these. Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. I've been picking that one up.
Yeah,
It's been
great
pretty
series.
cool.
Such a great series.
Let's see. Knights, Nice Thrasher, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Issue 1 comes out this week. Excited for
I'm
that
excited.
one.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
awesome.
Darth Maul, Black, White, and Red. I like those. They're pretty cool. Maybe I'm just remembering the Daniel Warren Johnson like Star Wars one, and anything that looks similar to that, I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Pine and Miramac, great series from Kyle Starks.
Anyone picking up Grommets?
Maybe.
No. Oh,
I think so.
Come on, guys. 80s skate culture by Rick Remender. Come on.
Oh, it's Remender? I didn't know that. I'm sold. Say less.
And the artist Brett Parsons is so awesome. I just actually bought a print from him. I'm waiting to get in the mail here shortly, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be so good.
Did you get it overseas? Because I went to the website and I was like, why is it like $40? Because like shipping's $25 from overseas. Because I tried to get the signed version of that as well.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Anyways, it was linked on his thing. Vampirella 669. All right. Almost Dead. Yeah, nothing really. Grim Fairy Tales, Avengers. Got your facsimile key right there. Gargoyle of Gotham #3. Finally.
Good Lord.
William of Newbury looks interesting. That's a new book by Michael Avon Oeming.
Oh,
it kind of looks like it's in the same vein of like a Kaya, just like, kind of an all ages adventures thing. It's supposed to be like kind of like Hellboy-ish too, though.
Yeah. Yep. I remember seeing some
Usagi Jumbo.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Let's see. Going across. Death Ratioed. So that's gonna be another interesting one. If you haven't pre-ordered this one yet, Mark Russell's putting this one out as a one-shot. You have Marco Lesko on here as well. Get ready to feel it. We got like a janitor cleaning up a bunch of blood with some dude dead in the background with his head blown off. Wet floor. Looks interesting. So I'll be checking that one out. $6.99 price point. Don't know how large it's going to be though, but definitely checking it out. Ice Cream Man. We talked about that. That's interesting. Number 40 in the same month. That might be an issue. That might be an error.
By the way, I think W. Maxwell Prince has the new Sunday editions coming out for the next volume. So y'all.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
New
y'all check for that. Yeah, and he's got a bunch of goodies he's throwing in with this one. So y'all check them out.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Some of these are duplicates. We have Gargoyle again. Avengers, Facsimile, 1 in 25. Anything else sticking out over here? Nothing really. Trample. I think that's about it. Oh, there's your second printing of your Space Spider or whatever, Star Spider. Space Spider. And he's got more webs.
No thanks.
No thanks. I think that's it. Awesome. Well, I mean, obviously a lot of good books. We have 5 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 weeks coming up in May. So get your wallets ready for that one for sure.
Yeah,
but just take it easy, guys. Just
exactly.
Don't
geek responsibly.
Collect what you
I just came up with that.
Geek responsibly.
Trademark that, yeah.
There you go, bro.
You need to come to the Bad Batch. We come up with all kinds of cool stuff.
Just totally original.
Like geek responsibly.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Brian Panosian.
Posehn.
Not Panosian. Posehn. Yeah. He's a comedian.
Yeah.
Posehn. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
He's been around forever. Really funny guy.
Yeah. Awesome. Dude.
Obviously an easy name.
I met him at a store signing. He came to my LCS one time. Super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Co-writing grommets. That's cool. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Well, guys, that is what May looks like. So I appreciate everybody coming out. Just real quick, I want to go down the line, tell everybody what you got coming out. If you have anything, where they can find you. Eric, One Panel Grid, man. What you got coming out? Where can people find you again?
9-Panel Grid. We're dropping new reviews every Monday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to, go ahead and catch the rewind on Blood Splatter Chatter. We were talking about Schlock, including Night Beast and Class of Nukem High. That was a really fun time with Verno. And tomorrow evening, I'll be on PCP Movie Night talking about A Serious Man.
Serious Man?
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
That's such a good movie.
Awesome.
Been a busy video week for me.
Yeah, for you. Yep.
Yeah.
Kicking it in high gear, dude.
E, aren't you making your Are you making your debut this Thursday night on Best
It's
Comics
the
of the
debut.
Month?
It's the debut.
Hell yeah, bro.
and the Best Comics of the Month panel coming up next Thursday. Yeah, so the busy keeps getting busier.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Am I on that one? Let's see.
Are you on that one?
Yeah, come on, bro.
The co-host with the most.
I didn't see the damn message go out yet. I don't
Oh, I
want
don't
to make
think
any assumptions.
I don't think he sent it, but I thought he was a lock.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. I'm happy you're gonna be on there. That's gonna be awesome. Cool.
I mean, a long
Thanks for
time
coming
ago,
on.
Robbie said that there's not going to be one without Manny and Nick. So
Yeah.
Yep.
those two are always going to be on the panel. So
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
I'm very lucky to be part of that group for sure. Talkie, man, I know you just came back. Can we expect more Saturday stuff from you? What's going on?
oh
man?
yeah, I got stuff coming out for the next 4 Saturdays, and then I don't know about after that.
Yes.
But you could always, I always try to be in the chat for Blame Fable on Friday nights with two of these two guys this way. Yeah, whatever. I can't even point straight anymore.
In all
God, man.
directions.
Getting old
Sure.
sucks.
You point. I'll just move you around to wherever you
now,
need.
now you're really making it
point.
hard, Nick.
Here.
This is like a
Hold on.
Tetris or
There we
something.
go.
There you
Perfect.
go. Yeah, let's keep.
I gotta put
man,
things back now.
I'm gonna fall.
Yeah. Seriously.
You just point, man. I'll help you out.
But Friday nights, Blame Fable, 8 p.m. Make sure you check that out. And hopefully,
Oh, yeah.
whenever the master of YouTube, Rockin' Robbie, does another live show, I'm not really back until I'm in his chat.
That's right.
7 p.m. on Sundays. So that's where everything started for me. So
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Awesome. Stu, man, what do you got coming out? Where can people find you, bro?
Yeah, man. Dr. Demons Fan Club on YouTube and IG, sharing comic books from my collection that I want to talk about every day on IG. Supreme Clientele every Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, with my boy Steph, talking comic books old and new. I don't know exactly. I know we're doing Avengers Twilight, I think, this week, and we're going to finish up the Remender all new Captain America run with Stuart Eminem. I love that run where
So
he
good.
introduces
Nice.
Sam Wilson as Cap, Baron Blood, all that good stuff. So yeah, come check us out Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, man. I want to encourage everybody to go see E and support him during his debut. It's a good and a bad thing for me because I'm happy to see my boy up on the big stage, but I know I'll probably never be back again after he kills it. So
Whatever.
yeah,
whatever.
man, I can't wait. Y'all check out all the homies. So much great content.
Hell yeah.
man.
Well, I want to thank all three of you for showing up this morning. I know we went extra long today, but I really appreciate all your thoughts and commentary and everything. So thank you all three for coming on the show right here. But
I thank you, Nick, man. I got a lot out of it, actually, and I didn't end
Yeah.
up spending too
Yeah.
much. There's a couple books I wouldn't have been aware of until you showed them off on your Wednesday morning poll show.
that's right.
So,
That's right.
and then it would be too late, maybe.
It would be too late,
We
but
save you money at PCP, okay?
we do. We talk about the books that are good. We
I
don't
remember
just talk
one of the
about
biggest spec channels on YouTube used to be his tagline was, I save you money.
I save
You're
you money.
spending $50-$60 a week on your poll list. Okay.
it's no joke,
you're really
man.
saving.
And then with that said, I got my own exclusive coming out right here for $50 if you pre-order right now. So
Oh,
all right,
seriously.
guys.
Covers.
We are gonna bounce out of here, but make sure to hop over to Big Herm Collectibles. He is the stream has not started yet. Hopefully it'll be starting
He's
here
waiting
in
for us.
just a minute. So go ahead and hop over to Big Herm Collectibles right now. Get your Spider-Man on with
Yep.
Herm and Tom, guys. But yeah, guys, appreciate you again. Thanks everyone. We'll see you guys later. Peace.
Peace.
Station.
Station, yeah.